Good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night Originals with me, Royal Flush, here on Saturday, the 13th of March. Hope you're having a good week and a good weekend so far. I've just been presented with a homemade apple pie with caramel ice cream, so I had to rush from dinner to get to the computer to get it all started and going. But yeah, so I'm going to have to attend to that at some point over the course of the evening. I'll have to pick it in between rounds. Now, anyway, I hope you're all well. Lots to get through this evening, so I will dispense with the usual wittering about what I've been up to today in favour of cracking on with the evening. And first of all, to address the small elephant in the room. Last week we had a face-off game. Well, we had two face-off games, but one of them was between Natter and Brig and Lupine and Ape. Now, in the final round between Brig and Lupine, it was decided by the adjudicators that a couple of the questions were awry, and they could indeed have changed the outcome of the game, and so the adjudicators have ruled that the final is to be replayed because it was indeed a very close final. Both players have agreed to this and are here to start the evening off tonight, and so we welcome back Brig and Ralph. Brig and the Lupine one from last week. To both of you, good evening and welcome.
Hiya.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here. Now, Lupine, I know at the time you expressed some slight misgivings over maybe taking the victory, given at the time we thought it was only one question, and then upon closer analysis it turned out there are actually two questions affecting Brig's game that maybe made a difference to the result. I mean, how are you feeling as the sort of what was the champion now coming in to having replayed that game? Are you all at peace with that, presumably?
Yeah, I felt guilty taking the win, given there one conscientious question for me, but then the the adjudicators found another. So I'm very happy to have a replay.
And actually, I mean, just to absolve you of any guilt, there's absolutely no reason for you to feel guilty at all. It's on me for making sure that the pack wasn't fully vetted. So please don't feel guilty unduly. And Brig coming back in to give your actually finishing second in the game last week, but obviously to be replayed, you're actually getting another attempt at it. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I mean, Ralph's been a class act throughout. I mean, I was happy to let it go, to be honest. But if the public want more face-offs, who am I to deny them?
Quite right.
So it's going to be weird actually going to a straight to the endurance round without any sort of warm-up. So I don't know if that's going to affect anything this evening, but
well, possibly.
we'll soon find out.
We will indeed. So it is a bit of a cold start for you both. What I'm having to do, because the leaderboard, the internal leaderboard, in fact, let's just take a quick peep at the leaderboard. I've just temporarily disabled tournament mode, and we'll need to reactivate tournament mode before we go to the actual final. But as you can see, it is acting as though you have only played 2 games so far, and that's the reason I've had to disable tournament mode, because we've got to go through the procedure of eliminating Ape and Natter. But I will make sure you start in the same order. So Brig, you were starting on podium, so you will have less time, but none of this time will be carried forward. It is all purely procedural to get to that point. But yes, you're both guaranteed 2 points, we know this, but one of you will be getting 4. So without any further ado, let's go through the motions and bring up the lozenges, same as last week. Of course, we've only got Brig and Ralph here, and let's go to the face-off arena. So, as I normally do at this point, chat, I'm going to unbe able to view the log. Unbe able to? That's not a good sentence. I won't be able to view the chat because I've got the build on my full screen here. These first 2 rounds, I'm going to put it onto fast mode, so we'll eliminate Liam first and then Ape. I know that wasn't the order that it played out initially, but it doesn't matter because these points aren't going to be added on. Before we do the final round, I will add on the points. So, let's begin this, and we're going to lose some questions as well. What is the primary means of subsistence in an agrarian
society?
You think it's farming? Is it farming? It is farming. Farming is the answer. We're not going to give you any points for that. We're going to let Liam tick down. Sorry, Liam. And there goes Liam. So, farming was the answer. We're going to lose 3 more questions just by nature of having to get to where we are, and I must remember to reinstigate tournament mode when we finish. So Brig, I'm going to make you lose a little bit of time, and then I'll make Ralph lose no time, and then we'll drain Ape out. So on we go. Brig, see if you know this. In how many James Bond movies has Sean Connery played the lead role? It is 7. I was going to let your clock go down a little bit. It is 7, yeah, you're right. Can you name them?
It's always around that.
Well, let's give you that as correct. Any ideas on this, Ralph? 2005, which US singer and actress did the song get right?
Pass.
It was Jennifer Lopez, but we'll give you that the right answer so that Brig has got less time, and
Hill
is the answer to that one. Very good. So let's drain the clock down. So we've got some use out of those questions as well.
Yeah, that's our warm-up.
That's your warm-up, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there goes Ape Minky. So now I need to concentrate. Let's eliminate Ape Minky from the game. And let's put tournament mode back on, which means any time that you have left at the end of this, it should add it back on, and it should add the points effectively as well. If not, I might have to go and Mickey Mouse it after the fact, which would be really tedious, but it can be done. So we are back in the exact same positions as we were before, with the same colours, 120 seconds each on your clock. Thank you both for agreeing to come to this replay, and chat, I will come and talk with you more fully before the first main game of the evening. But for now, Brig and Ralph, the very best of luck. Brig, you're answering questions first, and Brig, your time starts. Now, Brig, the 1900s book The Good, the Bad and the Bubbly concerns the life of which former footballer?
George Best.
Correct. Ralph, in the standard game of dominoes, what is the highest number of spots on a single domino? Correct. Brig, what was the first song to hit 1 billion views on YouTube?
Pass.
It's Gangnam Style. Edo was the former name of which city?
Tokyo.
Correct. Ralph, a Sea Symphony, a London Symphony and Symphonia Antarctica are all nicknames of which composers?
Elgar.
No, it's Vaughan Williams. What is 1/3 of 27?
9.
Correct. Brig, according to the saying, it's a waste of time to carry what to Newcastle?
Coal.
Correct. Ralph, the compound commonly known as Epsom salts has what chemical name?
Sodium nitrate.
No, it's magnesium sulfate. In British theatres, what B is the level of seating above
Box.
No, it's the balcony. Someone who is eager and alert can be described as being bright-eyed and bushy. Correct. Brig, into how many equal sections is a netball court divided?
4.
No, it's 3. What name is given to the study of flags?
Vexillology.
Correct. Ralph, what was Annika Rice's usual mode of transport in the game show Treasure Hunt?
Helicopter.
Correct. Brig, according to the nursery rhyme, which animal would a wooing go?
A frog.
Correct. Ralph, in the TV sitcom Adrian Mole the Cappuccino years, which character was played by
pass.
Helen Baxendale as Pandora Braithwaite, who played P.T. Barnum in The Greatest Showman?
Hugh Jackman.
Correct. Brig, in which live-action and animated 1988 film comedy...
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Correct. Ralph, in education, reading, writing and arithmetic are known by which colloquial...
3 R's.
Correct. Brig, the English seaside resort of Brighton overlooks which body of water?
The Channel. English Channel.
Correct. Ralph, in which 1995 Disney film did Mel Gibson provide the voice of Captain John Smith?
Pocahontas.
Correct. Brig, Uncle Sam is a figure symbolic of which country?
USA.
Correct. Ralph, which sensory organ is contained in a bony socket called an orbit?
Eye.
Correct. Brig, what does the V stand in the abbreviation of the Gallantry Medal? The V.
Victoria.
Correct. Ralph, Brussels is the capital of which country?
Belgium.
Correct. Brig, in the Harry Potter books, what is the name of Harry's non-magical cousin?
Ginny.
No, it's Dudley. The Swiss city of Geneva stands on the shore of which lake?
Lucerne.
No, it's Lake Geneva. The word bookkeeper has how many consecutive sets of double letters?
3.
Correct. Ralph, what name is given to the modernisation of a railway involving the replacement of diesel with an overhead power?
Electrification.
Correct. Brig, which species of animal is a sea lion, whale or seal?
Seal.
Correct. Ralph, which BBC Radio 2 presenter has become known as the Talkermeister?
Terry Wogan.
Correct. Brig, Jan Zelezny completed...
Javelin.
Correct. Ralph, what eye is a period of play in both cricket and baseball?
Innings.
Correct. Brig, which 1998 film directed by Guy Ritchie features the characters Barry the Baptist and Big...
Lock, Stock, 2 Smoking Barrels.
Correct. Ralph, what description for a large body of salt water sounds exactly like the third letter of the modern English alphabet?
C.
Correct. Brig, in British wildlife, what is a tree creeper, a bird or a dog?
Bird.
Correct. Ralph, which Italian city began taxing day trippers in July 2020?
Rome.
No, Venice. What A is a mishap or unforeseen event?
Accident.
Correct. Brig, which word can come before bureau, certificate and guidance to make 3 well-known terms?
Parental.
No, marriage. Which surgical device has a name derived from the Latin for small knife?
Oh, God. Pass.
Scalpel. For Harry and Lloyd, every day is a no-brainer is the tagline of which movie?
The Thickos. Dumb and Dumber.
Correct. Ralph, what does the first letter S stand for in the military abbreviation SAS?
Special.
Correct. Brig, Denise Lewis and Jessica Ennis won their Olympic gold medals in which athletics?
Heptathlon.
Correct. Ralph, what P is the name given to the process through which water is cleansed of unwanted...
Purification.
Correct. Brig, in a traditional 3-legged race, how many competitors are there in each team?
2.
Correct. Ralph, which design movement took its name from an exhibition of decorative arts held in Paris
Pass.
in Art Deco? Which band had a 1992 UK #1 single with Deeply Dippy?
Right said Fred.
Correct. Brig, what B derived from a region in the Czech Republic can refer to someone who has an unconventional lifestyle?
Bohemian.
Correct. Ralph, the flag of Indonesia looks almost identical to the flag of which European
Monaco.
principality? Correct. Brig, which country's national anthem begins with the line, "Oh, say can you..."
Canada.
Sing,
No.
the United States.
Yeah, never
Star
mind.
Spangled Banner.
No, fair enough. Good result. Fair
And-
enough. Can't complain.
Almost exactly the same time that Ralph has on his clock at the end there, coming second in the rematch. But
I think I said vexillology because I have vexillology as well, but I lost anyway. So
that was one I was inclined to condone. That I did hear that you said the wrong thing, and maybe that's a my bad rather than I was feeling maybe more generous than I should.
Yeah.
Vexology,
Well,
vexillology. I think it's the sort of thing I think would that have been accepted on a TV show, and I'm not sure. Apis play it again.
That's all right.
Play it again, Sam. But academic here.
No, I think Ralph deserved winner. So yeah, well done, Ralph.
Fantastic.
And
Thank you very much.
good luck to Elias having to work out the stats for this now because
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it should just automatically update. We'll find out in just a second. But Brig, thank you for being such a good sport, and you'll get your 2 points, and we'll see you in a week or two's time.
2 weeks time, I think. Great
2
stuff.
weeks time. Good stuff. Thank you, mate. Take care.
Cheers. Bye bye.
So, Ralph, you did it last week. There were discrepancies, but you've done it again. 6.58 seconds left on your clock. Many congratulations. You are once again the champion. Having done it twice, are you feeling happier having done it twice now? Are you feeling more sort of, what's the word? If you said you felt a bit uncomfortable last time, this time, hopefully that's all been...
I feel more comfortable now.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Panda will be pouring through the tapes to make sure that all the scores are adding up correctly.
Quite right. Well, speaking of the scores, I'm just noshing on the apple pie here.
Can't blame you.
Let's go take a look at this leaderboard and see if it's automatically updated like it should have done. Thank you, Mrs. Samsey, for the follow. I probably should mute those alerts. That looks about right to me. You were both on 6. Briggs now moved up to 8. Ralph moves up to 10. And you both played 3 games now. So, Ralph, you're top of the table. Nice.
Yes.
Will you remain there? Because we've got Toot and
looking
Samster.
Incredibly strong with the amount of time they've banked.
He has banked a huge amount of time. We'll have a little chat with Toot in a while, but I'm just glad that the programming works.
Wait a minute. Why are there 2 Kiras and 2 Ashes in the bottom 4?
Because something has gone wrong with the pulling down of the avatars. Apologies to you guys for that.
They got the same times as well, and between them. 3762 and 3723.
I think there's just been a small discrepancy where I've been moving in and out of tournament mode. It should have... Let me see if I can force an update. Where is it? Leaderboard. Is it on canvas? Leaderboard. Let's just go order league. No, I think it's probably just compiled it incorrectly, but the scores should be good, and we'll find out as soon as we go into the next game. I've got, I know Panda's in the chat, so he'll be able to confirm. But Lupine, I won't take any more of your time. Thank you very, very much for coming back to agree to that rematch, and you've got your 4 points, and you're at the top of the table. We'll see you in a week or two's time.
See you then.
Thank you very much. So, the clunkiness on the leaderboard notwithstanding, hopefully that will resolve itself in a sec. We're going to go into our first scheduled face-off match for this evening immediately, and then we're going to have bidding war probably in about half an hour's time. We are going to need, for this first game tonight, Ben's J, Now Cut That Out, Topper, and Inca. So if you 4 could make your way towards the green room, I see a couple of you are there already, that would be fantastic. And give me a few seconds just to firm up the build, make sure everything's working, and then we'll jump right into that game. Sit tight, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Well, now that the evening has properly begun, good evening to everyone once again. Let me say hello to, because I've not done that yet. We Like Shapes, Lee Link, Arden Fetch, Jerry Eris, Brand New Halo, Keshi Head, Stoshka, Brig, Tyson, good evening, Jay Turner, Emily Apocalypse, Jogging Chum, Samster, AVMe, Adster, Apena Nuevo, 8 Ninky, Innis C, Effrontery, Elias, Kira, The Guy, Oni, Dogfish, Lingomaniac, DC Simmons, Puzzle Dan, David Bodicum, Now Cut That Out, Matt the Ref, Mr. Quidsworthing, The Naked Grandma, Jay White, Silent Marine, Theory of Game, It's Sotley, Vroom, and anyone else who is hanging out in the stream and watching along. You are most welcome here. Lovely, lovely to have you here, and I hope you're keeping well. So, first thing I said I was going to do is check the leaderboard to make sure that everything has updated as anticipated. And there we go, that looks about right to me. Kira, Ashley and Benzie, Alex Prossi on top of Clive, Ape, Inca, Peter, Samster, Brig, Toot, Keshi and Ralph. Good, everything looks like it is working and in order. So, we have got 4 more players ready to play their third heat, and yeah, we'll talk a little bit about how they've got on so far in the tournament, and then we will jump right into it. Let's meet our next 4 competitors. We have got Benzie, the online content creator from upstate New York, USA. We've got Toot from London, our fashion marketer from London in the UK. We've got Topper, our 27-year-old programmer from Berkshire. And we've got Inca, our 29-year-old friend from Belfast. To all 4 of you, a good evening and welcome. Lovely to have you here. Thank you for your patience at the beginning. I know it's not right at the very top of the night, but there we go. Hopefully things are underway now. Now, Benzie, let's take a look at your stats first of all. 40% correct so far, 40%, 28 wrong, 19 correct. Currently sitting at 13th on the leaderboard. How are you feeling coming into this face-off tonight? One sec. Oh, sorry. I forgot to unmute you in the server. Sorry. I have now unmuted. So, Benji, can you just say that again for us all?
Well, I hope I'm not too rusty, given I haven't been playing these past couple of weeks. I'm perhaps a bit more humbled now, but the last 2 games were pretty rough for me, so hopefully that spell can break tonight.
We will see. Lovely to have you back with us, and facing off against Benzie is Toot, aka Now Cut That Out. Toot, welcome to the game.
Thank you. Let's see if Mainnet's a bit better this time.
Well, you have given us a formidable performance so far. 85% correct, 51 right answers, only 9 wrong answers out of 60 questions.
Downhill from here.
You're saying downhill from here. I mean, you're currently sat in 3rd, but the 2 players above you have played 1 extra game, so you're looking to be going in, quite a strong position. If you, even come 2nd tonight, you'll be at the top of the leaderboard. So, any thoughts coming into this one, or is it just still a case of take each one as it comes?
Well, I think I'm less favoured now. The question pack's going to have something for the last 10 years, and maybe less of a bias towards, the UK of the early 2000s.
Yes, we have
we'll
had
see
a.
if I can still get a decent showing tonight.
We have had an update, and I'm grateful to the additional question writers, and I must give a big apology to Jay White, who did write me a load of questions and I forgot to add. So Jay White, those questions will be added from next week, because we're midway through a heat cycle at the moment, and your name will be added to the credits as well. So thank you very much to all the additional question writers for their efforts on this.
We just don't want to have to face them. The bias is that it was doing quite well, but now it's I can blame them. But,
well,
actually, good questions.
We'll wait and see. You've got a strong reputation ahead of you. Let's see if you can keep it up. And facing off against Benzie and Toot is Topper. Topper, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Flush.
How are you keeping?
I'm keeping well.
Good to hear. Let's just take a brief look at your statistics. Exactly 50%, 19 right and 19 wrong in your appearances so far. Currently sat in 10th place, right on the cusp of the edge of the semi-final bracket, but of course with a game in hand. How are you feeling coming into this face-off tonight?
I think it's going to be a difficult one, because I think Toot and Inca, 2 of the finest quizzes in the community. Going to be a tricky one, but maybe aim for a point.
Aim for a point and see what happens. Well, very best of luck to you, Topper. Thank you for being with us. And finally, facing off against Benzie, Toot and Topper is Inca. Inca, good evening.
Hello.
Lovely to have you with us again. Only 12 questions wrong out of a total of 52, 40 right, a percentage score 76.92. You know, you've built quite a reputation for yourself within this community, but you haven't had a perfect run. You won your first heat, and then I think you went out second of your second heat. So coming into your third, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel yet. It was two very different experiences. The first game, I just seemed to be on top of it, but I really floundered quite a bit in the previous game I played. So I guess we'll get to find out tonight which one of those was reflective of my actual ability and which one of those two was luck.
Indeed.
So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, you're currently sat in 7th, so very comfortably mid-table at the moment. Though again, all 4 of you here tonight have got a game in hand, so do take those positions with a slight grain of salt. You all know the drill. I can only accept the first answer. Please speak clearly. Please only say your answers once, unless it's really clearly obvious, like 5 seconds have gone past and I haven't reacted, in which case there might be something. But I'm hearing you all loud and clear at the moment. Very best of luck to all 4 of you, and chat, I will speak to you after the heat as I maximise my inspector window so that I can see the questions in full. Let's go to the face-off arena. Okay, so you all know the drill, and Benzi, it's your turn to sit in the blue chair this week, which means you are going to be answering questions first. The very best of luck to you all, and Benzi, your time starts. Now, Benzi, which of these cities is further north, Copenhagen or Aberdeen?
Copenhagen?
No, it's Aberdeen. Which British fighter aircraft of the Second World War was designed? It's the Spitfire. What name was given to the iron or steel glove worn with a medieval suit of armour?
Gauntlet?
Correct. Toot, which item of office equipment uses small pieces of metal shaped like a letter U to fasten together pieces? No, it's a stapler. In which century did the Great Stink of London force Parliament into providing
19.
money? Correct. Topper, which sport can be played on a course called a links?
Pass.
It's golf. What was the nationality of the sea captain and explorer Vasco da Gama?
French.
No, he's Portuguese. What B is the name of the principal library of Oxford University?
Pass.
It's the Bodleian Library. The title of the 1994 film by Ang Lee is Eat, Drink, Man, What?
Eat.
No, it's Woman. The Polar Lander was launched in 1999 primarily to explore which planet?
Pluto.
No, it's Mars. The Australian group who had a 1989 UK hit single with Beds Are Burning is called Midnight what?
Pass.
Oil. It was Love at First Sight is the opening line of which novel?
Pass.
Catch-22. What type of musical instrument is a bugle, brass or woodwind?
Woodwind.
No, it's brass. The Seychelles are in which ocean?
Indian.
Correct. Inca, which song, thought to be most frequently sung in English, was written by Patty and Mildred
Happy
Hill?
birthday to you.
Correct. Benzi, what name is given to the study of spiders?
Pass.
Arachnology. Queen Mary I came from which royal house?
Pass.
Tudor. In which decade was the famous TV drama Kathy Come Home made?
80s?
No, it's the 60s. Which 13-day siege in San Antonio in 1836 was a pivotal event?
Alamo?
Correct. Toot, which 1980s British TV drama series was centered on...
Howard Way.
Correct. Topper, the fabric calico is made from which plant?
No.
Cotton was the answer we were after there. Well, Topper, a really rough run of questions there, and getting into something of a spiral that you're unable to escape from, it would seem, and I'm afraid you're out of time.
An absolute disaster.
A bit of a disaster. I think that can be very much the nature of this game, so sadly you lose us without points this week. But we will see you for Heat number 4, of course, and either next week or the week after.
Week after.
Week after, so you got a week off next week. Fantastic. Topper, thank you again. If you could see yourself out of the broadcast room, that would be really kind, because I haven't got the Discord visible at the moment. And we'll see you in your next Heat. Benzi, Toot.
Everyone else?
Thank you very much, Topper. And Benzi, Toot and Inca progress on to round number 2. Benzi with the least amount of time will be staying in position 1. Toot with the next least amount of time will be staying in position 2. And Inca will have the privilege of going last, using up just over 5 seconds of time there. Let's go on to round number 2. So, Benzi. Few questions in there tripping you up. A couple of, again, I know you've mentioned the British centricity of the questions there, but getting through with just under half of your time left, comfortably into round 2. You feeling happy?
At least it wasn't me in the death spiral this time.
Absolutely,
That's
yes.
all I can. That's all I can take credit for.
I think it must be said though that I don't think there's any pleasure to be
Yeah.
gained from watching someone else in the death spiral, but just maybe a sense of relief that it's not oneself. Well, you are through to round 2, and you are guaranteed a point now. Toot, coming to you. Not the strongest performance out of the 4 players in that round, but second strongest puts you onto the second position. How are you feeling coming into this round?
Well, it's my usual pattern of getting questions about what is a stapler wrong and remembering Howard's way. So it depends on, get the more obscure things, but then just the obvious ones just slip by me. So.
I mean, I'm now so anxious about the question pack coming through, and I'm very grateful to Panda who's proofed them this week, so that we're slightly ahead of the curve. But I'm sort of anxious when something's going to come up and I'm going to say, "Is what might they say?" And as Brig was saying with the vexillology question before, it's me making a judgment call that actually may not have been thought of by the proofers. So when you said
completely wrong.
when you said paperclip, I was
just
thinking. Is that then? I thought no, paperclip's a swirly whirly shape. So anyway,
well, let's just say it wasn't completely stupid. I'll go that far.
Certainly not. Well,
Glad that it didn't cost me anyway.
you are through to round 2, and you're joined here as well as Benzi by Inca. Inca only got to face one question there.
Yeah, I was fairly lucky with my seating position there. I still don't really know quite what to think of what my form tonight is like, really. So still not really sure.
There's limited data at this point. I think you could say you've got a 100% record of 1 of 1 correct this evening. But that is the name of the game, and say there will be another time when Topper will be in the yellow chair and you'll be in the blue one, and maybe it'll be a different story. But for now, all 3 of you are through to round 2, and we've given 90 seconds to you each, so a minute and a half to answer as many questions as possible. Benzi, you're still going to be answering first. The very best of luck to you all. And Benzi, your time starts. Now, Benzi, Hypnos was the Greek god of what?
Sleep.
Correct. Toot, how many hydrogen atoms are there in a molecule of methane?
4.
Correct. Inca, in which American sport would someone throw a slider, a curveball, or
Baseball.
another? Correct. Benzi, Nicolas Cage and Elizabeth Shue starring leaving Las Vegas. Which 2-word phrase of Yiddish origin beginning with M means congratulations?
Mazel
Correct. Toot, in which environment would you take part in an aqua aerobics class?
Pool. Swimming pool.
Correct. Inca, in the standard Gregorian calendar, how many days are there in the month of December?
31.
Correct. Benzi, is immigration or emigration the departure of persons from one
Emigration.
country? Correct. Toot, which part of the body is affected by a cleft palate, the mouth or the stomach?
Mouth.
Correct. Inca, the full title of the train drivers' union known as ASLEF is the Associated Society of Locomotive Engineers and what?
Pass.
It's firemen. In Scarborough, what feature overlooks both the North Bay and the South Bay, a castle or a cathedral?
Castle.
Correct. Benzi, what B is the name given to a computer program that enables a PC to locate and display information? Correct. Toot, in which film series does Sir Ian McKellen play a wizard named Gandalf the
Lord of the
Grey?
Rings.
Correct. Inca, the silver coin struck by the Spanish colonial mints from 1572. Correct. Benzi, in 1919, which body was established to restore British woodlands because of the timber shortage after wood? It's the Forestry Commission. The best-selling autobiography about a traumatic childhood by the American author Dave Pelzer is it's It. What C is the name for a public official who holds an inquest to investigate a sudden or unexplained... Correct. Toot, which word can mean depravity, deputy, or a carpentry tool used for gripping?
Vice.
Correct. Inca, who preceded actor David Tennant as a TV character Doctor Who?
Matt Smith.
No, it's Christopher Eccleston. A UK hit single for both Johnny Nash and Jimmy Cliff has the opening line, I can see clearly now that... Correct. Benzi, what W is the name of ranges of hills running north to south across Yorkshire and Lancashire?
Pass.
It's the Wolds. The Swanee River, which features in a popular song, is located in which? It's the United States. A 1950s advertising slogan urged people to drink a Pinta, what a day.
Pass.
It's milk. In 2003, which American actress did Coldplay vocalist Chris Martin marry? It was Gwyneth Paltrow. On which coast of Cornwall is the port of Padstow? North. It's north. Which 5-member British group, famous for their dance moves, announced they were to split up in 2001?
Pass.
Steps. What J follows silver and diamond to give the name of a special anniversary?
Jubilee.
Correct. Toot, what is the usual name of the prince in the pantomime Cinderella?
Charming.
Correct. Inca, according to the expression, to give up is to throw in the what?
Towel.
Correct. Benzi, which French footballer was banned for
Pass.
9 months? It was Eric Cantona. Which Irish writer created the characters Stephen Dedalus and
Pass.
Molly Bloom? It's James Joyce. The daily English language newspaper published... The International Herald Tribune was the answer to that question. According to the 1950s advertising slogan, those people to drink a pinter, I read that as it's probably pinter is actually how that should have been pronounced. So for anyone laughing in the chat or anyone who was confused by that, apologies. Drink a pinter milk a day was the answer. Oh, Benzi, just a bit of a spiral there, getting yourself a bit stuck and unable to get out of it. But you don't leave empty-handed. You go away with the single point. Until your next game. How you feeling come the end of that?
Karma pays quick. I spoke too soon.
Perhaps. Well, Benzi, always a pleasure having you here, and we will see you for your next heat, which will either be next week or the week after. Until
next
then,
week. I'll see you next week.
It is next week. I will see you for that then. In the meanwhile, if you'd be very kind to show yourself out of the broadcast studio, I'd be very grateful. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
So that leaves Toot and Inca going into the final. Toot, with the most time left, will move to the second position, and Inca will move to answering first. From fourth to first for Inca. Let's go on to round number 3. So, Inca and Toot both through to the final, both guaranteed 2 points. Congratulations to you. Toot is at this point looking for his third victory, Inca for his second. Inca, slightly less time left on your clock there, but still not a terrible performance by any stretch of the imagination. How are you feeling?
I'm happy to have got to this point. I would be happy with second. I think I might have upset some people with my ignorance of Doctor Who, but I'll live with that.
In fairness, you got the one who followed David Tennant.
Okay. Okay.
So you could maybe argue the toss that you just misread the question.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that.
Let's say that. Yeah.
Perhaps. Well, through to the final with 120 seconds. And Toot, no major dramas there for yourself either. Quite a healthy amount of time left. How are you feeling facing up against Inca?
Well, I mean, Inca's first round performance was one of the most impressive of the tournament. I'm definitely scared to be facing him. We'll just see how the questions fall. Just hope it's a fairly even match, at least, whatever happens.
We will indeed. So, both of you now with 120 seconds on your clock, 2 minutes. I'm anticipating a lot of answers. Fun fact that Panda pointed out actually in my match report last week, we saw, I think it was Peter and Keshi set the record for longest continuous streak without an incorrect answer, and it's something like 16 or 18. I can't remember the exact number now. Sorry, I just pulled out my headphone jack. So, maybe that's a little statistic to keep in the back of your mind, and everyone who's watching at home as well, do bear that in mind. For now, though, we need to go into this final. Inca and Toot, the very best of luck to you both. Inca, you're going to be answering questions first, and your time starts. Now, Inca, in the UK, Queen's regulations govern the conduct of what group of people? Service personnel.
Service personnel.
Correct. Toot, in which 1990s TV comedy did Thelma Barlow play Dolly, a canteen worker? Correct. Inca, on which continent is Mount Vinson the tallest
Antarctica.
mountain? Correct. Toot, although not a sequel to A Fish Called Wanda, the 1997 film that featured the same person. Correct. Inca, which chemical often used for pest control is also a useful anticoagulant drug in humans?
Warfarin.
DDT. Correct. Toot, in which English county is Blenheim Palace?
Bedfordshire.
No, it's Oxfordshire. Through which national park does the Festiniog Railway
Fredonia.
run? Correct. Inca, in which winter sport do participants use the herringbone climbing technique to ascend a slope?
Climbing.
No, it's skiing. Exmoor National Park has a coastline on which body of water? The Bristol Channel or the English Channel?
The Bristol Channel.
Correct. Toot, Malin Head is the most northerly point of which large island in the British Isles?
Ireland.
Correct. Inca, in a French restaurant, what job is done by a garçon?
Waiter.
Correct. Toot, the Battle of Turnham Green in 1642 was a battle in which war?
Civil War. English Civil War.
Correct. Inca, the best-selling book Angela's Ashes was mainly set in which country?
USA.
No, it's the Republic of Ireland. What type of cheese is brie, hard or soft?
Soft.
Correct. Toot, what S is the name for any group of people who work together towards a single goal, such as winning the lottery?
Syndicate.
Correct. Inca, according to the children's song, if you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, clap your...
hands.
What? Correct. Toot, the 7th largest lake in the world, in which continent is Lake Baikal?
Asia, Europe.
It is Asia. I have to accept your first answer. Inca, would you find the white marlinfish in the Atlantic or Pacific? Correct. 2. George Lazenby, Timothy Dalton, and Pierce Brosnan have all played which
James
famous...
Bond.
Correct. Inca, the Unification Church, also known as the Moonies, was founded in 1954 in which Asian
China.
country? No, it's South Korea. The Woody Allen comedy in which a character steps out of the screen is called The Purple Rose of what?
Pass.
It's Cairo. Which former Chancellor resigned in 1993 following the withdrawal of the pound from the European monetary system?
Norman Lamont.
Correct. 2. Which girl's name is an Australian slang expression for a young woman?
Sheila.
Correct. Inca, what surname connects the US Vice President of 1805 to 1809 and the President from 1993
Clinton.
to... Correct. 2. In the royal family, Prince Charles, Andrew and Edward all went to which Scottish school?
Balmoral.
No, it's
Oh,
Gordonstown.
Gordonstown.
The African-American candidate for the Democratic presidential nomination in 1984
Jackson.
was... Correct. Inca, which word meaning a space is also a name given to the year off taken by many students
Gap.
between...
Gap
Correct.
year.
2. A carrot top is a person with hair in a bright
Red.
shade of... Correct. Inca, better known for winning Best Supporting Actress for My Left Foot, which actress played Megan
pass.
Roach? It's Brenda Fricker. At the 2002 Brit Awards, which musician received an award for outstanding contribution
Elton
to
John.
British... No, it was Sting. Which 3-letter word is used to denote zero or nothing?
Zip.
I'll accept. It's nil, but I'll accept. 2. In 1492, Moorish rule ended in which
Spain.
modern day... Correct. Inca, which word can mean an arched roof or ceiling or the act of leaping over something with the aid of a pole?
Fault.
Correct. 2. In the animal kingdom, what A can be a breed of rabbit, goat or cat?
Angora.
Correct. Inca, a nonagon is a plane figure with how many
9.
sides? Correct. 2. What name is given to the taut cords from the boundary of a boxing ring?
Ropes.
Correct. Inca, what item baked by a young Delia Smith features on the cover of the Rolling Stones 1969?
cake.
Correct. 2. Giraffes are native to which continent?
Africa.
Correct. Inca, according to the common expression, to go desperately from one place to another is to go from pillar to...
Pass.
It's post. What E is the name of the Scottish... And to finish on a Scottish question there, Inca, as well. Do you know the answer?
I didn't actually see it.
What E is the name of the Scottish city that was destroyed by the English in 1544?
Might that be Edinburgh?
It might indeed be Edinburgh. There is the meme answer that we'll finish on right there. Just a couple of things to note there. The answer that you said zip to, this was originally a question that Panda did flag, and it was to do with a sport meaning. On his advice, I took out the sport bit, and there was nothing in the question that said it had to begin with N or anything to do with sport, and so I was inclined to accept zip, even though it wasn't the answer on the card. That was just me thinking on the fly, so hopefully that's all okay. 2, you had 2 moments that were inverted there. One where you said the right answer and tried to change your mind, but I had to accept your first answer, which was right. And then the Scottish school question where you said the wrong answer, tried to change your mind, but couldn't. So that balances out. But
Then.
so yeah, but as you say, you're happy with the drill. Then I have to accept your first answer there. So it just so happened that your first answer on that one question was right, and I had already pressed the button by the time you changed your mind. So, well, Inca, a valiant performance there, but just finishing in second place, just outgunned by Toot there. How are you feeling?
Well, I think it is just a testament to how good Toot is at this format, because I actually thought I did fine there. I was quite happy with how I did in that quiz, but nonetheless, still Toot managed to get 40 seconds ahead of me. So yeah, I can't really argue with that.
Absolutely. Well, you're still, let's say, a very strong contender, and you'll get 2 points going onto the leaderboard, and we will see you in your next game either next week or the week after.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Inca. Which means that the winner for the 3rd heat and 4th, if you want to include the qualifying match, the champion of this face-off is Toot. Oh, it's going to take a while to load because I was adjusting the screen at the time. Toot, very well done. 4 face-offs, 4 victories. How are you feeling?
Well, I can't really complain about that, can I? I mean, yeah, I think I had a rough start in terms of the number of questions, but then Inc had a really nasty few near the end. So
there were a couple of trickier ones in there, and there was certainly some drama in there with giving the right answer and then changing to the wrong answer, or the wrong answer and changing to the right answer. So I'm hoping that the chat enjoyed that as well, and nice to see that the Edinburgh question came up as the dead question at the end. Toot, let's go and see what that has done to the leaderboard for everyone. I think you know where you're going to be going. But for the benefit of everybody else, there are the scores at the moment. There are still 4 players with a game in hand, namely Samster, Procyon, Kira and Ash, and they will be having their face-off a little later on this evening. And as it stands, Toot, you are at the top of the leaderboard with a very, very healthy amount of points in your time surplus bank as well as a clear 2-point lead ahead of Ralph. That must be quite comforting to see at the moment.
Yeah, I'm definitely scared to face Samster and Brig down the line, but I'm sure I can do it. It just depends on the night.
We'll see what happens. Of course, yes, still 2 more heats to go in this tournament before we find out what the final reckoning is going to be for the finals. But until next time, Toot, I will see you in your next heat either next week or the week after.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And do enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll speak to you soon.
Okay.
So, Toot moves to the top of the leaderboard with a very, very strong 415.88 seconds of time and 12.82 2-point lead against Ralph, who now slips to second. Oh, excuse me. Got a bit of a hiccup there. So, later on this evening, after we play Bidding War, we will have Samster versus Procyon versus Kira versus Ash. It's not necessarily in that order. In fact, I can tell you exactly which order it'll be in. It'll be Procyon going first, Kira going second, Ash third, and then Samster going fourth on the yellow. That's what's going to be happening. I'm just going to stop streaming that to save my bandwidth. Yeah. That's about all there is to it. That is the current standings. I'm glad everything seems to be working in terms of updating it from the leftover final from last week. We're right ahead of schedule. We're before 9 o'clock, and so it is time we played some Bidding War. I have updated the Twitch lib, so I'm hoping it works, and I've added penny implementation for this as well, so do come and join the lobby. Oh, I gave an extra bonus penny to Keshi for winning Word Chain Royale as well. I should have mentioned that. That's been updated on the leaderboard. I think it's 3 bonus pennies for the winner of this in the lobby, 2 for the runner-up in the lobby, and 1 for the player who wins who isn't in the lobby. Yeah. And this is the one exception to the rule where one of the lobby players can win because it's not truly mass multiplayer, i.e. there are 21 players in the hot seat and everyone else can play the game in exactly the same way but not from the hot seat. So there is an extra penny if you don't get into the hot seat. But if you want to play Bidding War, we haven't played it for a little while. It might even be the charity stream when we last played it, which I think was a pack written by Toot. This evening's pack comes to us from Oni, Alex, aka Alex R, and has been proofed by 8 Minky. Very much looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. Note, Bidding War doesn't need voice. It's all done in the lobby chat as usual, whispering to the bot adsters, so do stick around for that. I'll get the build loaded up and I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Welcome all of you to Bidding War. So I rise from the floor. So I'm not focusing on the inspector anymore, and yet the frame rate on my computer is fine, and yet on OBS and the stream it still seems really, really jank. I've not figured it out yet because I'm getting a nice smooth frame rate, but the stream is apparently not managing that nice smooth frame rate. So still not quite sure what's going on or why that is happening. Yeah, hopefully you can live with that, and also the title's going slightly out of sync, but hey ho, there it is. Right, this is Bidding War. Remarkably straightforward game. You need to whisper all your answers to the bot. You will get a category. You need to make a bid based on that category and certain rules that are within it, and then whisper your answer. 10 seconds to get your bids in, 20 seconds to get the right answer in. If you don't get into the hot seat game, you can play along in the lobby. It's exactly the same game. The only difference is that I can't validate answers after the fact. Yeah, it's all laggy, the guy. I don't know why. It's running nice and smooth on my computer, but on the stream it just seems to go slowly. I need to look into it at some point, but there it is. So if you want to play Bidding War, you need to have Persephone's Twitch spot ready and bring your brain with you as well. Bonus pennies available to everyone who comes and plays the game, and of course some extra pennies to the winners too. That's about all there is to it. Alex R. Oni wrote this question pattern. We're very grateful to him, as well as to 8Minky, who has proofed it. Let's open the lobby. If I get to the right profile, Bidding War. Let's open the lobby and come and join the game.
To join the game, please enter the code MJIF.
That's very close to something else. Come join the game. Do need at least 21. Looks like we've got 21, which is good. Yeah, we've got a 33 so far, so that's encouraging. So do join the lobby. If you don't get into the hot seat, 21 of you will get into the hot seat game. Everyone else is free and welcome to play along in the lobby game. That's no problem. And remember, it's basically the same game. The only difference is I can't verify correct answers of lobby players. Is it family friendly? I think it's family friendly. It should be family friendly. Is there exclusion? That is a good question. I think there is. I don't know if you can do it though, or if I have to do it manually. I think because it's broadly the same game. Let me see if that's added you on, JY. I don't think it will have done. I don't think no, I haven't added a command for that. So. No, there is no exclusion because it's basically the same game. It's not sort of like anything else. It's just if you're in the lobby, then when you are eliminated, you can continue with the hot seat game. Sorry, if you're in the hot seat game, when you're eliminated, you can continue in the lobby game. If you're in the lobby game, you can't be eliminated. It will just continue you throughout the duration. So there's no exclusion, but there's no real need to exclude in this game. Either you get a big podium or you don't. Welcome to the near present. Right, 37 of you in the lobby, which is encouraging to see. I'll give you another 30 seconds. One of the things on my to-do list is to update this loop because it's about 4 seconds long. It's probably not. It's probably about 12 seconds long, but it all sounds quite similar and samey when it's nothing but this throughout the whole game. That's fine, Vroom. You don't have to. You can just sit and watch. That's completely fine. 37 of you all in here. I think we should lock it up and we should pick our 21 warriors. Let's lock the lobby. Oh, let's focus on the right window and lock the lobby. So, the computer will select 21 from the lobby at random. If you're not one of the 21 warriors, you can play in the lobby game, and like I say, it is basically the same game. Let's see who the computer has picked to play Bidding War tonight.
Time to select the 21 warriors. Requiswithing. Dogfish 44. Listwitz. Anozep. Mogro 123. Abm 208. Clearmems. Clivioff Legend. The_naked_grandma. Arden Fetz. Samster Sinster. Matt_the_ref. Effrontery. Adster 1005. Useless Noisemaker. Jerryris, Keshai Head, Hwang 888, Brand Newlo, Drew Daftum 1997, and Hodasuk. You are the 21 warriors. May you find favor in the war to come.
May you indeed find favour in the war to come. Hodasuk. That did make me laugh. Hodasuk. Well, welcome. There were some interesting interpretations of the names there from the computer. She's trying her hardest, bless her. I always wondered why it can't do Samster's name, because it can do the first half, but not the second half. Samster. TTS lady needs to chill. Fantastic. Well, we've given you 5 points to start off with out of the goodness of our hearts. Drew, Dave, Tom, I swear the last time we played Bidding War, you ended up on the exact same podium. Not quite sure how that is happening, but yeah, RNG gonna RNG. Right, the very best of luck to all 21 warriors, and of course, if you're playing along in the lobby, in the lobby. I'm not going to press that button just yet. We'll look at the lobby players in a minute. For now, let's go to round 1 and find out the rules.
Round 1. Opening Gambits.
So round 1 is opening gambits. You will face 5 questions. Prior to each question, you will be shown a category, bid from 1 to 3 points, up to a maximum of your current score, based on the category. Abstaining from bidding will cause a default bid of 1, and you have 10 seconds to submit your bid. Answer the question correctly, and you will be awarded your bid. Answer incorrectly, or fail to submit an answer, and you will lose your bid. You have 20 seconds to submit your answer. If you run out of points, you are eliminated from the game. All bids and answers are whispered to Persephone's Twitch bot, and good luck, and may you find favour in the war to come. Bidding from 1 to 3 for all 5 questions in this round, depending on how you feel about the category. Let's begin opening gambits. And there we can see the lobby players. It's a little bit unclear, but hopefully you can make out your number and your avatar from that. If you are in the hot seat game, you are green. If you are just playing in the lobby game, you are red. The very best of luck to you all. Let's have a look at category number 1.
Start bidding on category 1. Combat Sports.
Combat Sports to start us off. 1 to 3, get your bids in.
Time. Get ready for the question.
Abstaining from bidding will cause a default bid of 1. Nice mixture of bids in on this first question. Let's take a look. UFC combatants fight in a cage resembling which two-dimensional shape? Looks like all of our hot seat players have submitted an answer. Just 5 seconds left for the lobby.
Time.
And that's time. Let's see what you said. Most players getting the right answer here. Ardenfet Okatagn has slipped through the spell checker. However, that is one of those ones. There comes a point with the spell checker, it becomes a really sort of sensitive-ish area. Ardenfet, on this occasion, I'm going to condone that because that is just looks like it's just 2 characters the wrong way around and it's not quite managed to get through the 80% pass. So Ardenfet, I am going to allow that. I'll give you the 2 points that you bid on that. Square and hexagon, though, I'm afraid are wrong answers. You're going to lose your stakes. Let's go on to the next question.
No eliminations.
No eliminations at this early stage. Quite a number of people getting the maximum of 8 into the lobby game and indeed in the hot seat game. Let's go on to category 2.
Start bidding on category 2. Symbols.
Symbols. 1 to 3 on symbols.
Time. Get ready for the question.
Bids in some 1s. Quite a lot of 1s, but a few 3s and 2s in there as well. Let's take a look at the question. In the yin-yang symbol, what colour is yin? There's answers from all of the hot seat players. Lobby, you've got 5 seconds to get an answer in. And there's time. Yep, it was a coin flip of a question, and you have split the room pretty much between black and white. The answer we needed there was black. Nothing I think I need to check there. We just got, in fact, it was just over half. 11 players going for white and 10 players going for black. Well done if you got that. Let's take a look at the scores.
No eliminations.
Still no eliminations. Shadowmane and Procyon have got the maximum of 11 in that lobby game. Let's go on to category number 3. Most dangerous at the moment, AB Me, currently on 2. You're going to want to watch out, AB Me. Here comes the next category.
Start bidding on category 3. Art.
It's art.
Time.
And there's your
Get
time.
ready for the question.
Lots of ones here. Lots and lots of ones. Just a couple of 2s in there. No 3s by the looks of it. Here's your question. The art of masonry involves sculpture and building using which material? And there's an answer from all hot seat players.
Time.
And there's your time. It is stone, specifically stone. I'm disinclined to accept brick because the brick is a relatively modern invention and masonry's been around a lot longer. So based on that, I'm inclined to say that stone is the answer, and I'm not going to accept brick. Quite a few people saying brick there. Mr. Quizworthen going for wood. Dogfish and Listwitz both going for brick. Necker Grandma metal. Samster bricks. Matt the Ref concrete. Brian brick. And Drew Dave Tom Deviantart, one of those wild stabs in the dark. So let's see what that has done to the scores.
No eliminations.
Still no eliminations. Topper slipping down to -1 in the lobby game, which means you won't be able to bid more than 1. No bit of a change at the top. That's Toot and an avatar that I don't recognise on 12, currently leading. In our lobby game, Clive on 11, Anosep on 12, Effrontery also on 11. Nobody looking like they're in acute danger of being eliminated just yet. Let's go on to question category number 4.
Start bidding on category 4. World politics.
World politics.
Time. Get ready for the question.
Again, quite a lot of 1s in here. 1 or 2 2s and 1 or 2 3s as well. Here's your question. Question 4. What is the name given to the position held by the New Zealand head of state, Jacinda Ardern?
Time.
There's your time. It is simply Prime Minister. Minister is not going to be enough, and Chancellor is the wrong answer. Nobody going for President there, but Prime Minister is the answer we were after. The majority of players given the correct answer there. Let's see what that's done to the scores.
No eliminations.
Still no eliminations. Toot now has a default lead, the only person with 15 in the lobby game. Actually got the highest score of anybody in live play. Anosep on 13, Clive is also on 13. Looks like we're not going to lose anyone at the end of round 1, which is nice to see because the lowest score at the moment is 4. Let's go on to the final category of round 1. Take a look at this.
Start bidding on category 5. Measurements.
Measurements.
Time. Get ready for the question.
Okay, here comes question number 5. What imperial measurement, familiar to American bakers, is equivalent to half a pint? A bit more thinking time on this one. Necker Grandma, gonna give an answer?
Time.
No answer from Necker Grandma there. It's a cup is what we were after, a cup. Which is, I don't know what a cup is because I don't. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Thanks OBS, I don't know what that means, but that's probably one of the reasons that it's struggling so much. Apologies if it's struggling. 7.5 Drew Day Tom going for. 250 millilitres, no. Gallon quart, barrel quart, no answer from Necker Grandma. Ounce and fluid ounce, all offered, none of them correct. The answer we were after there was cup. Let's see what that's done to the scores at the end of round 1.
No eliminations.
Still no eliminations. And now Cut That Out slips down into second place, and the mysterious avatar that we don't know moves into first. We've had no eliminations from any of our hot seat players, and that is the end of round 1.
End of round 1.
So, very rare actually to have the full panel of 21 warriors surviving the round, but that is indeed what has happened this evening. Let's go and take a closer look at the lobby game. Who is this person on 16? Who is that? If I just see who's in the game, and oh no, 'cause it only shows me the hot seat players, doesn't it? I don't know who you are, but you're winning with 16. Very well played. So, Now Cut That Out has got 14. Ash in third on 12 at the moment, and then we get our first of our hot seat players, Clive, on 12. Brian is on 11, as is Hodders and Jerry Eris. Green means you're in the hot seat. Red means you are just playing in the lobby. The variable weight measures. The citation, because 8Ninky looked this one up, the citation that I looked up when he flagged this, and we reworded this question a couple of times, and we put American bakers, it is equivalent to half a pint. So, well, we can discuss that at further length. I'm not a baker, and neither am I American, so maybe slightly out of the loop on that question, but 8 decided that was robust enough, and it seemed to work for me. But we can discuss that at length another time. So those are the scores as they stand. Let's go to round number 2.
Round 2. Top Gun.
Round 2 is Top Gun. You will face 10 questions. Prior to each question, you will be shown a category. Bid from 1 point to the upper range, up to a maximum of your current score based on the category. The upper range starts at 5 and increases by 1 every question. Abstaining from bidding will cause a default bid of 1, and as before, you have got 10 seconds to submit your bid. Answer the question correctly and you'll be awarded your bid. Answer incorrectly or fail to submit an answer and you will lose your bid. That's the same as before, 20 seconds to submit your answer. Additionally, the fastest high bidder to answer correctly will obtain passage to round 3. If the fastest high bidder has already obtained passage will be granted to the next fastest player. Higher bids take priority over speed when ordering. So if you bid 5 and you're really slow and someone bids 4 but they're really fast, the person with 5 gets priority. So bidding high can help you, but it's not necessarily a guarantee, especially by the end of the question when the maximum bid is 14. If you run out of points, you are eliminated from the game. If you fail to obtain passage to round 3 by the conclusion of question 10, you are also eliminated from the game. Also worth noting, once you've gained passage, you are still in live play, so you can't just gain passage and then just sit there. You've still got to participate, because if you just sit there, you'll lose 1 point a question. You can be eliminated even after you have gained passage. So definitely something to consider. If you're on a low score and you get passage early on, you've still got to stay in live play. That's Top Gun. At the end of this round, we will have lost 11 players and 10 will progress to round 3. Let's go to round 2, Top Gun. So starting off, the bid range is 1 to 5, anything from 1 to 5 up to a maximum of your current score. AB Me is in the most trouble at the moment with 2, along with Matt the Ref. Take a look at category number 1.
Start bidding on category 1. Film.
It's film. And yes, harder get they. Remember, harder get they. The rounds do get slightly more difficult as the game progresses. Here comes your first question then. Take a look at this. Which comedy movie franchise numbered its 2 sequels, 2.5 and 33 1/3? Just 3 players going for the maximum bid here. Keshi, Sansa and brand new Halo have gone for the high bids here. That is time. Let's see what you've said. Naked Gun was the answer. Alistair going for the Lion King. Naked Gun, Dirty Gun, not close enough. No answer from Effrontery there. Blade, no answer. Lethal Weapon and Airplane, all incorrect. Right actor, I believe. The Naked Gun, I think it might have been is it Leslie Nielsen, I want to say? I think was in both of them, but the answer we were after there was The Naked Gun, or Naked Gun. Let's see who's going through and who's going home.
No eliminations.
Still no eliminations.
Passage has been granted to Samster Sinster, with a bid of 5 and a response time of 3.25 seconds.
Very well done, Samster. You're the first player to gain passage through to round 3, though remember you can still be eliminated if you run out of points. You are still in live play. Matt the Ref is in danger with just a single point at this point. It's all he's going to be able to stake as we go on to category number 2. Take a look at this.
Start bidding on category 2. European football.
European football. You can bid anything up to 6 on this question.
Time. Get ready for the question.
Mogra has gone for the 6, as has Drew Dave Tom. Everyone else has gone relatively low. Let's take a look at the question. Europe's only unbeaten club during the 2018-19 regular season. Which country did the football team PAOK come from, or PAOK? So Mogra taking a bit of a risk here, bidding 6 with only 7 points. Take a look. The correct answer was Greece. Well done if you got that. Wrong answer. Slovenia, Italy, Poland. No answer. The Netherlands. No answer. No answer. Czech Republic, Poland, Switzerland. Matt getting a football question wrong. That's quite interesting. Switzerland. I hate sports from Kira. Portugal, Poland, Netherlands, Ukraine, Greece, and Greece. So yes, Greece was the answer we were after there. Let's find out who's going through and who's going home.
Matt_the_ref. You have been eliminated.
Matt, the first player to be eliminated.
Passage has been granted to Drew Daftum 1997, with a bid of 6 and a response time of 6.76 seconds.
Very well done to Drew Dave Tom, the second player to obtain passage, but we have had our first fallen warrior. Matt the Ref goes underground, but is able to continue in the lobby game. On we go then, category number 3. Dogfish is down to 5, Adster is down to just 2. Useless Noisemaker also there on 5. Take a look at this next category. Your bid range is 1 to 7. Take a look at this.
Start bidding on category 3. Musicals.
Musicals is the category. Range is 1 to 7.
Time.
All Hot Seat players have got a bid in.
Get ready for the question.
Lots of 1s, a 7 from Mogra, a 7 from Clive, a 7 from Arden Fetz, and other ones are all relatively low. Let's take a look at the question. Sunshine on Leith is a musical featuring the songs of which Scottish group? There's time. We've got some green. Proclaimers is the answer. A few wrong, a few non-submissions. Sound of Music, a Nope, a Texas, the Scottish Music Band, and Oasis, and Wet Wet Wet, all incorrect answers. So, let's find out after that who's going through and who's going home.
No eliminations.
No eliminations, but
passage has been granted to Mogra123 with a bid of 7 and a response time of 5.55 seconds.
Very well done, Mogra. That bid of 7. So far, we've had maximum bids going through on each of these questions. The bid range is now 1 to 8. 1 to 8. So a number of players now not going to be able to make the maximum bid. Remember, you've got to bid high if you want a chance or the better chance of getting through, but you've also got to get it right. The whole risk and reward is something you have to balance very carefully. Question number 4, bid from 1 to 8. Here is the category.
Start bidding on category 4. Africa.
Africa. And I know Africa. Who sings that song? I want to say Shakira, but it's probably not.
Time. Get ready for the question.
It is Shakira, is it? My wife is confirming it is Shakira. Anyone going for 8? Brian's gone for a 6 here. Mr. Quizworthing for a 5. Here's the question. What was the former name of the country of Eswatini, officially renamed in 2018? I bless the rains down. Bless the brains down in Africa.
Time.
There's time. Swaziland was the answer we were after there. Let me go to my inspector for the incorrect answers here. A couple of no submissions. Zaire, Zimbabwe, Swatini, close but not right. Benin, South Sudan, and Liberia, all incorrect answers. Mr. Quizworthing bid for... Brian bid higher and got it right. So it looks like it could be good news for Brian, but let's find out who's going through and who's going home.
No eliminations.
Still no eliminations.
Passage has been granted to Hwang 888 with a bid of 6 and a response time of 6.08 seconds.
Sorry, Brian, the computer really can't manage your avatar there. Bang, 888. But very well done, you have obtained passage to round 3. Very well done. 4 players through and 6 spaces remain. Still only have the 1 elimination in the shape of Matt the Ref. Let's see if that is going to change as we go on to category number 5. The bid range is 1 to 9. Take a look at this.
Start bidding on category 5. 2000s pop culture.
2000s pop culture. Could go
Time.
any number of ways.
Get ready for the question.
Bid range is up to 9. Clive has gone for 9, as has Keshi Head, as has Brand New Halo. 3 players with the maximum bid here. Let's see what happens. Which soft drink company promised a free drink to every American if Guns N' Roses released a new album in 2008?
Time.
And there's time. Ooh. Only 3 players getting the right answer. It was Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Only Jerry Ellis, Brand New Halo, and Hodders getting the correct answer. And the album in question was Chinese Democracy. It were crap. Yeah, lots of players losing a lot of points there. Are we going to see some more eliminations here? Let's find out who's going through. We've definitely got someone through because we've got at least 1 right answer. Let's find out who's going through and who's going home.
Listwitz, Anozep, Clearmems, and Effrontery, you have been eliminated.
4-way elimination there.
Passage has been granted to Brand Newlo with a bid of 9 and a response time of 3.65 seconds.
Very well done, Brand New Halo. The maximum bid, it was the maximum bid, one of only 3 or 4 players to give the maximum bid, but you have got through to round 3. Passage has been granted. But we lose 4 players in the war here. 4 warriors are gone. And the scores are looking very interesting. There's some players on some very low scores, but that doesn't necessarily matter as long as you get passage. Mogred, Samster, Brian, Brand New Halo, and Drew Dave Tom. So far, you are through to round number 3. Let's find out who's going to be joining you. Just before we do, we'll take a momentary peep at the lobby game. Now Cut That Out is leading the lobby game at the moment as a non-hot seat player with 38. And then we've got a few hot seat players. And then We Like Shapes is second of the non-hot seat players on 15. Let's return to our main game. Now we've seen the halfway point. Question number 6. Bid range is 1 to 10. Take a look at the category.
Start bidding on category 6. Game shows.
Game shows, anything from 1 to 10. Some of you have not got the luxury of being able to bid that high.
Time. Get ready for the question.
We have got a 10 though. We've got 2 10s. We've got 3 10s. Clive, Jerry and Hodders all bidding 10 here. Let's take a look at the question. In Portugal in 2010, by completing the game Barria, Vitor Costa became the first person ever to beat which game show? Clive was the first to answer there. And with that maximum bid, maybe that's a good omen. Let's find out.
Time.
The answer is The Cube. The Cube is what we're answer. Wrong answers: Millionaire, The Wall, T, Ninja Warrior, Alphabetical, Millionaire, Schlag Den Star. The Cube is what we're after. Let's find out who's going through and who's going home.
Keshi Head, you have been eliminated.
Keshi is eliminated.
Passage has been granted to Clivy off Legend with a bid of 10 and a response time of 5.13 seconds.
Clivy, very well done. You are through to round 3. Only 4 spots left and only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players who have not yet granted passage. So at least 5 of you will be disappointed, possibly more. And remember, even if you've been given passage, it's not necessarily a guaranteed pass there. Samster on 8, Brian on 7, Drew Dave Tom on 9. You've still got to stay in live play. Bid range is now 1 to 11. Take a look at category number 7.
Start bidding on category 7. Chemistry.
Chemistry. 4 more places up for grabs.
Time.
And there's time.
Get ready for the question.
14222 117 117 311 11. Hodder's the only player to go for the maximum bid here. Here's a question. Which chemical element has the highest atomic number for an element with a single letter symbol?
Time.
And there's time. It's uranium. Uranium is the answer. Highest atomic number. U or uranium would have been acceptable there. Wrong answers: hydrogen, iodine, carbon, xenon, yttrium, tungsten, boron, tungsten, iodine, and a couple of non-responses there. Well, Hodders, as I said, had the maximum bid, the only player to do that, and so puts themselves in a very good position. But let's find out if anyone's going home. Who's going through and who's going home?
No eliminations.
Still no eliminations.
Passage has been granted to Hoddersuck, with a bid of 11 and a response time of 10.7 seconds.
Hoddersuck, very well done. You are through to round number 3. 3 places remain. 7 have been granted passage. Only 3 remain. Brian wants to watch out just a little bit. You've only got 4 points here, Brian, so do tread carefully. You can still be eliminated even with passage. Adster, Arnfetz, Naked Grandma, and Mr. Quizworthing all on a single point. Dogfish, AB Me, Kira all on 2. Could have some tears on this question. Time to get your bonus penny if you would like it. Bidding war 50 to the bot. If you want to get your bonus penny, do get that in now. And also, yes, you can find out what position you're in by whispering the bot as well. So that's all good. Right. Here comes category number 8. Bid ranges 1 to 12. Take a look at this.
Start bidding on category 8. Television.
It's television. Television.
Time.
And there's time.
Get ready for the question.
No one going for the high bid of 12. Samster, who's already got passage, has got the highest bid of 8. This could be very interesting. Here's your question. Who plays the titular character in the TV series Mr. Robot? And bonus is closed off. Still a few more answers coming in.
Time.
And that's time. It's Christian Slater. Wow, lots of people going for Rami Malek. Wow. It looks like Rami Malek. Maybe Rami Malek is in it. I was going to look this one up. Stars Rami Malek, but he is not the titular character, which I think is maybe where the clue in the question is. I've not actually seen Mr. Robot. Rami Malek plays Elliot Anderson. What's the answer? Christian Slater. Christian Slater as Mr. Robot, yes. Titular is the key to that question there, which means nobody is going to have been granted passage. Yes, the answer is correct. I don't trust you, 8Minky, but I always get a little bit scared when I see lots of people going for the same wrong answer, but very much RTFQ in action. So nobody's got that right, so nobody will have gotten passage. But is there going to be any eliminations? Let's find out who's going home.
Quizworthing, the _naked_ grandma, Arden Fetz, Adster 1005, and Useless Noisemaker. You have been eliminated. 5
eliminations.
Passage has not been granted to any player.
And passage has not been granted to any player because nobody got it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, still 7, and now 2 slots available. 3 players, Dogfish, AB Me, and Jerry Ellis fighting out over them. AB Me and Dogfish both on a single point. The bidding range is 1 to 13 for this. Take a look. Here is category number 9.
Start bidding on category 9. Dance music.
It's dance music. Remember, even if you've got passage, you still do need to play.
Time.
And there's time.
Get ready for the question.
Lots of 1s. Sam's going for a 3. Jerry Ellis going for a 2. Just going to have the slight advantage there. Let's take a look at the question. What was the musician name of John Paul Larkin, originally a jazz singer and pianist? John Paul Larkin. Answer from all hot seat players. It was Scatman John. Scatman John. A few players getting the right answer. Howling Wolf, The Pope, The Bird, The Weekend. Marcellus and Avicii all incorrect, I'm afraid. Only players who have already gotten passage are getting got the right answer there. So, no, I beg your pardon. Dogfish has not gotten passage but did get the right answer. So, rather than me trying to sit here and work it out, let's find out who's going through and who's going home.
Of 208, you have been eliminated. Passage has been granted to Dogfish 44, with a bid of 1 and a response time of 12.6 seconds.
Very well done, Dogfish. Getting yourself passage at the last second. So, Jerry Ellis, this is yours for the taking. There's one spot left, and you're the only one who can take it, but you've got to get this one right. Doesn't matter what you bid, though at this point, because if you get it wrong, Jerry Ellis, just a little bit of tactical advice for you, if you get it wrong, you're going out anyway. So, at this point, it is probably in your best interest to bid your entire score. Bid range is 1 to 14, but you don't have to. But if you get it wrong, you're out anyway, so you might as well assume you're going to get it right and go for double or quits. Everyone else, Dogfish still only on 2, Brian now also on 2. We could still lose you at the end of this round if you bid too high and get it wrong. Best of luck. Here is category number 10.
Start bidding on category 10. US politics.
At world politics, we're now looking at US politics. And time up on the bidding.
Get ready for the
Good luck
question.
to you all. Take a look at this. In 1998, the former pro wrestler Jesse Ventura was elected governor of Minnesota under which party? That's answers from all of our hot seat players.
Time.
And that is time. Jerry Ellis getting the right answer, along with Hodders. Everybody else incorrect. The answer was the Reform Party USA, or simply Reform. I think Jerry Ellis got an answer in very, very fast there as well. So clearly knowing that piece of trivia and having it at the tip of their brain. So doesn't look like anyone's going to be going home, but let's find out just for posterity who's going through and who's going home.
No eliminations.
No eliminations.
Passage has been granted to Jerry Ellis, with a bid of 12 and a response time of 4.32 seconds.
Very well done, Jerry Ellis, taking that last spot, and only 9 warriors left at the end of that round, all of whom have passage. That is the end of round 2.
End of round 2.
Yes, just glancing at the chat now, this is a very difficult quiz. This is a particularly, I think it's quite a hard question pack, but it's generally quite a hard quiz. It's one of the more difficult originals, I would certainly agree with that. We haven't seen it for a while though, and I think it's good to have some variety. Let's go take a peep into the lobby and see what is going on there. Hodders is in front in the hot seat game with 55. Toot is in front of the lobby only game with 38. Jerry Ellis in second with 24, thanks to that last ditch question doubling up. And Ash in second in the lobby with 21. Lots of players on negative scores here, which means you'll be getting a default bid moving forward until you get into positive scores. But it's so very easy to go back to 0 in this game. And a slightly difficult position to recover from if you're there. But by all means, do keep playing for the fun of it. On we go then. Let's go to round number 3. Before we do, I'm going to grab another glass of wine because I'm a little parched. And I'm doing a lot of talking. I'll just bring the whole bottle. Basically a QI scoreboard at this point. It is a little bit, isn't it, David? A little bit. Right. On we go then. Let's take a look at round number 3.
Round 3. Survival of the fittest.
Round 3 is survival of the fittest. You'll face up to 8 questions. That will automatically not be 8, it'll be 7 because there are only 9 of you here rather than 10. Prior to each question, you'll be shown a category, bid from 5 points up to your current score based on the category. So you can bid all of your points from a minimum of 5. If you do not have 5, and this applies in both the lobby and the hot seat, you won't be able to bid and you will be given a default bid of 5. Abstaining from bidding will also give you that default bid in 10 seconds to submit your bid. Answer the question correctly, you will be awarded your bid. Answer incorrectly or fail to submit an answer and you will lose your bid. You have 20 seconds to submit your answer. At the end of each question, the player or players with the lowest score will be eliminated. Play continues until only 2 players remain. We have seen some very, very short survival of the fittest in the past. but we can have potentially 7 questions in this round. We could have as few as 1 if it works out like that. I think I've seen it happen. I think we've seen it happen where there was just 1 question in round 3. Such is the nature of this game. Best of luck. Let's go to round 3, survival of the fittest. And you'll notice you've been highlighted in red, Dogfish and Brian. That is because you have the lowest scores at the moment and the 2 players most in danger. If you are still at the bottom after this question, you will be eliminated from play. Bid from 5 up to your current score. The lowest score is 1. The highest score at the moment is Hodders on 55. Good luck. Here is category number 1.
Start bidding on category 1. Mathematics.
It's mathematics.
Time. Get ready
time.
for the question.
Oh, lobby players get their score, so you won't get a default 5, you get a default 1. I need to change the instructions because that's wrong. Right, here's the question. The 5 platonic solids contain how many faces in total? Anticipated slow answering on that question. Let's see what you've said. 44, 12, 25, 50, 52, 37, 25, bracket and 41. Only Samster giving the correct answer here. Only 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 20 will give us 50. Only Samster getting the points there. Everyone else is going to lose their stake. Let's find out who's going home. I need a better quote for that. Who's at the bottom and who's going home? Let's go with that.
With a score of 0, Dogfish 44, Hwang 888, and Drew Daftum 1997, you have been eliminated.
So, sorry, it only zooms in on one of you, but we have lost 3 players on that first question. Mogra is now in danger with only 2. Bid range is 5 up to your maximum score. Hodders head and shoulders ahead of the other players with 45, but all of that could change. We continue until there's 2. On we go. Here's category number 2. Oh, Ash just lost all his points. Oh, mate.
Start bidding on category 2. Board games.
Board games is the category here. Mogra, you will be locked out of voting and you will be given your default bid of 2.
Time. Get ready for the question.
And this is where you'll notice Mogra in the lobby is not the same as Mogra in here. It's like parallel universes here. Here's question 2. Which 1920s Parker Brothers board game was also the title of a 1980s sitcom starring Ronnie Corbett? All players have answered.
Time.
And let's see what we've said. Sorry or sorry with an exclamation mark, both are acceptable. Don't Wake Daddy from Clive, Life from Jerry Ellis, and Guess Who from Brand New Halo, all incorrect. So let's find out who are we going to be losing at the end of question 2.
With a score of 0, Clivy off Legend and Brand New Halo, you have been eliminated.
Clive and Brand New Halo are 2 fallen warriors there, and now only 4 remain. Mogra somehow managing to survive that question, despite being on the lowest, is still on the lowest with 4, but only 1 point behind Jerry Harris. Again, won't be able to bid. And Hodder's back up to 55, Samster's on 20, Jerry Harris on 5, Mogra on 4. The very best of luck. Here is the next category.
Start bidding on category 3. Boxing.
It's boxing. All the players who can bid in the hot seat game have bid.
Time. Get ready for the question.
Samster playing, in fact, all players playing a safe 5, apart from Mogra, who has to have the default 4. Here's question 3. In which city was the Rumble in the Jungle fought? There's an answer from all players. And that's time. Correct answer was Kinshasa. And all 4 players getting the correct answer there, which means, unfortunately, Mogra is the first player to be eliminated without having 0. Sadly, Mogra, you are another fallen warrior, and it's the end of the battle for you.
With a score of 8, Mogra 123, you have been eliminated.
And we say goodbye to Mogra, which means one spot left. Hodders, Samster, and Jerry. Samster cannot catch Hodders, assuming Hodders makes the minimum bid. Of course, Hodders may decide to wage all his points on this one. He doesn't have to. Jerry is in the dangerous position and has to hope that something goes wrong for Samster. Good luck. Here is question number 4, I think. Here's the category. I don't actually know what happens if Jerry and Samster tie. I think they both go out because that's how the rule works for this game, and Hodders wins without having a final. We'll find out, Matt. Here's the category.
Start bidding on category 4. Video games.
It's video games.
Time.
May have some
Get
predictable
ready
bids
for
in
the
here.
question.
Samster's bid 11. Jerry has bid all 10. Hodders has bid 9. Let's take a look. Kamurocho is the name of the fictional region of Tokyo that is the common setting in which video game series? And that is time. Correct answer. It's Yakuza. All 3 players getting that right. And be very, you can, originally that question was the other way round, and it was the Yakuza game series featured which region of Tokyo, and we flipped them around because we thought it was just a little bit niche, so made it slightly more accessible. But all 3 getting the right answer, but unfortunately, Jerry, you are the last warrior to fall before the final with 20 points. We have to say goodbye.
With a score of 20, Jerryris, you have been eliminated. End of round 3.
And that is the end of round 3. Oh, I see why you bid 11 now, Hodders. Nice. Nice indeed. 69 and 36, which means Hodders goes into the final with the advantage. Let's just take a look at the lobby. The final round, considering the discrepancies in the scores, is unlikely to make a big difference. So it looks very much as though Toot is going to be our lobby winner. Very well done, and you will get a bonus penny. However, there is going to be a battle between Hodders and Samster for 3 or 2 pennies as we go to the final. Those are your scores on the doors. 1, 2, or 3 bids in the final, but I'll explain the rules when we get there. Let's go to round number 4. Oh, there's always lots of negatives in this game, Silent Marine. Always. So, I'm just going to have a quick glance at the leaderboards here. What are we playing? Bidding War. Let's order this by victories. Is it going to reshuffle? Yes, it is. Innis has won this game twice. AJ, David, and now Cut That Out have all won it once. Neither of these players have won Bidding War before. Ardenfet's, Dogfish, Car, Keshi, Shapes, and That's It have all come second. And because we've not been keeping track of lobby victories until now. So that is the current standing. So we're going to have a new champion one way or another tonight, either Hodders or Samster. Let's explain round 4.
Round 4. Domination.
Round 4 is Domination. The array shows 21 lit circles. The player who was ahead at the conclusion of round 3, that's you Hodders, has got 11. Thank you for the subscription there, Clearmans. From Matt, the ref, gifting a tier 1 sub to Clearmans. Welcome to the channel, and thank you, Matt, for your generosity there. The runner-up, that was Samster, has 10 lit circles, so advantages with Hodders. You'll face up to 10 questions. Prior to each question, you'll be shown a category, bid from 1 to 3 points based on the category. Answer the question correctly and the array will swing in your favour the amount of points you bid. Answer incorrectly or fail to submit an answer and the array will swing in your opponent's favour the amount of points you bid. Both players' answers and bids are taken into consideration, meaning the maximum swing per question is 6. 20 seconds to submit your answer. Whichever player manages to swing the array entirely to their colour wins the game. If no winner has emerged after 10 questions, the player with the most lit circles wins. So, that is how Domination works. Lobby game, it's a little bit of a race against the players. They've theoretically got an infinite time to submit their bids, but once both players have submitted a bid and an answer, you will have 5 seconds in the lobby game. So as ever, keep your eye on the chat because the bot will ping you when you're on the clock. So that is round 4 Domination. Very best of luck to both of you. Advantages with Hodders. Let's take a look at the first category. Is it going to show it? Oh, do I have to press? Apparently I have to press the button again. Here we go, category number 1.
The category is the Eurovision Song Contest.
Get your bids in. Hodders' bid. Samster having a think. And both players have bid. 3 seconds for the lobby.
Bidding concluded.
Samster going for a safe 1. Hodders
Get
going
ready
for 3.
for the question.
Here's the question. What was the first capital city to host a Eurovision Song Contest?
15 seconds. 10 seconds.
Samster submitted an answer.
5 seconds. Time.
And Hodders has not submitted an answer. Samster going for London. Hodders not giving an answer. The correct answer is, in fact, London. It says it there. I don't need to press that button. I've forgotten how this game works. It's been so long since I played it. So no answer from Hodders, which means you're going to lose 3 points, and Samster's going to get that 1 point, which means a swing of 4 in Samster's favour. That's wrong, and that one's right. Samster now with the advantage.
The category is languages.
Next category is languages. Samster's bid. Hodders' bid.
Bidding concluded.
2 apiece.
Get
Could have a
ready
deadlock
for
here.
the question.
Here comes the question. Clinito is a vernacular spoken uniquely in which
15
territory?
seconds.
Samster's in.
10 seconds.
Hodders is in. 5 seconds, lobby.
Time.
Hodders saying Andalusia. Samster saying Argentina. Both incorrect. The answer is Gibraltar. Gibraltar. Which means we're going to have a deadlock and the scores aren't going to change because you're both incorrect.
The category is
Next category.
divination and the occult.
Divination and the occult. It's from both players.
Bidding concluded.
Samster with the slightly
Get
more
ready for
aggressive
the
bit of 2
question.
here. Tyromancy is the practice of attempting to see the future with
15
what?
seconds.
Samster's in. And Hodders is in. 5 seconds, lobby.
Time.
Samster going for tea leaves, Hodders going for cheese, which was the correct answer. So Hodders, very well done. You're going to get 1 point for your correct answer, and Samster's going to lose 2 for his incorrect one. That means a swing of 3 in Hodders' favour. Cheese is right, tea leaves is wrong. Samster's still with the advantage, but
category
it's
is
significantly
currencies.
reduced now. Only a 1 circle advantage. Currencies is your next category. 1 for 3. Both players have bid.
Bidding concluded.
Both going
Get
for
ready
3.
for the question.
Here's your question. The Pengo, the currency that suffered the worst ever case of hyperinflation in
15
1946, was the former currency of which modern-day country? Hodders is in. Samster's in. That's time. Both players getting the correct answer, which is Hungary. So it's going to be a deadlock with Samster maintaining the advantage. Next
The
category.
category is puzzles.
Puzzles. Really is a battle, Ash. A proper battle. Hodders has got a bid in. Samster having a little think. There's a bid from Samster.
Bidding concluded.
Again, both bidding the maximum
Get
of
ready for the
3.
question.
Here's the question. How many coloured stickers are used in the construction of a
15
standard Pyraminx
seconds.
3D puzzle?
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Samster's got an answer in. Hodders has got an answer in.
Time.
Oh, we're going to have a big swing here. Hodders has got the right answer, 36. Samster going for 30 is not the right answer. That's going to be a swing of 6 in Hodders' favour. And now Samster with only 5
category
circles
is
left.
animals.
We're up to category and question 6. It's animals. Hodders' bid. Samster's bid.
Bidding concluded.
Samster going on
Get
the attack
ready
here.
for the
Hodders slightly more
question.
defensive. Could end on this question. Question 6. Noted for its outstanding agility, which
15
allows it to spend
seconds.
practically its entire life up in trees, which Amazonian wildcat has also been
10
called the
seconds.
tree ocelot? Hodders has bid. Sorry, Hodders has answered.
5 seconds.
Samster just sneaking an answer in time. Hodder's going for Margay. Samster going for Flying Squirrel. The answer is Margay, which means we have a game right here. Samster with only 5 circles left. Hodder's bidding 2, Samster bidding 3. That's going to be a swing of 5 in Hodders' favour, and that means, Samster, you're a fallen warrior, but Hodders, you have won the war. Congratulations, Hodders, you have won the war, and there is your plinth in your honour. Let me update the points on the leaderboard for that right now. I'm being dutifully informed that it is your debut in the bidding war arena as well, so double congratulations to you, Hodders. You are going to get 3 bonus pennies as a victor in bidding war, 1 victory. Samster, you are our runner-up, a valiant runner-up, and you are going to get 2nd place and a bonus of 2 pennies. And now cut that out, finishing on 71. A lobby victory. Where are you? Now cut that out. First lobby victory. That goes with your... You have already won bidding war before, but you've now won it in the lobby as well. Now cut that out. Very, very well played. That's going to be a bonus penny for you. As for attendance and bonus pennies, I will add those on tomorrow morning when I check the output. I need to find a better way, because as fine as it is having a notepad file and then manually updating everything, it does open up potential for a lot of user error, let's say. Yes, congratulations, Hodders, you have won the war. A massive thank you to Oni for that question pack right there, and big thanks to 8Minky for proofing it as well. We are now officially out of bidding war packs. I'm always happy to write one myself. I do quite like writing for bidding war, and I haven't written a pack for a while. But if anyone here wants to write questions for any of the games that we play here on Game Night, do go join the Discord and get yourselves the question writing role, and you can... yeah, you'll be able to come and write questions as well for all that we see here. Just let you know things that are coming up in the next few weeks before we go to our final face-off game of the evening. Starting off with, where are we now? Bidding war. We've got Pinnacle Larder with Tipster tomorrow. So do go give him some support. 7 PM for his own version of the pub quiz. I'm next back. Hello, baby. I'm next back on Tuesday with Wheel of Fortune and Deal or No Deal. I'm going to be joined by my very good friend Ash the Bash, who is going to be taking on the role of Noel, the role of Noel, while I play the banker in Deal or No Deal, and you once again have a chance to win Royals money. That's Wheel of Fortune and Deal or No Deal. Wheel and Deal this Tuesday at 8 o'clock right here, twitch.tv/Royal_Flush. Ash is back with us on Wednesday with his stream. Penciled in for Million Duke drop, might or might not happen. I know there's still some outstanding issues that Ash needs to resolve with that, so might be Million Duke drop on Wednesday with Ash. Do pop along for that. Quizzy Bingo has, Quizzy Dan has his Quizzy Bingo next Thursday, the 18th of March. I know he's had a few weeks off because he's had various work commitments. No, maybe it's Quizzy Bingo is the command. Is that it? Oh, no, it is Quizzy Dan. So that's Thursday at 8 o'clock. The first bingo for a little while. So do pop along to that. And next Friday, definitely not one to miss. Ash is once again back with Outright. Outright coming back next Friday. Always a joy and a pleasure to play Outright. I imagine there'll be a few more question packs lined up for that, so do go and support Ash next Friday for Outright. Next Saturday, I have got down The Purge and Face Off. Of course, more Face Off as normal, and The Purge as well. So do pop along for that, because Purge is always good fun. The following Saturday is the AMA Meet the Flushes with me and Mrs. Flush. That might start a little bit earlier. I've got the regular face-off, and I've got Risky Business pegged in for there as well. I might do a special Red Herrings pack as well, and make it one of those super bumper mega streams that I'll do a little bit of promotion work beforehand. It seems to be sort of the end of the month, do a slightly longer stream, but it's not all quizzing action, and it's quite chill quizzes. So put that in your diary, 27th of March. That should be really, really good fun. And do think of some good questions for myself and for Megs if there's anything you wanted to know about us. So lots and lots of things to look forward to. Tipster tomorrow, and then I'm back on Tuesday with Wheel and Deal. But we have got one more face-off game to play this evening. It's going to be Kira, Procyon, Ash, and I want to say Samster. I'm not looking at the right page at the moment, and I've forgotten who's playing. Is it Samster? Yes, it is. Procyon, Kira, Ash, and Samsa, who I can see are already making their way towards the green room. Give me a couple of minutes just to get the game set up and get the right bits into the right place and just say hello to the players. And yeah, we'll be back with the final event of the evening, which is another face-off just before 10 o'clock. So I've timed that out quite nicely, I think. Very many congratulations, though, once again to Hodders. You have won the war. And with apologies to everyone watching for the music being so out of sync with the titles, OBS always has a bit of a heart attack after after bidding war, and it looks like tonight is no exception. Welcome back to the final part of Game Night this evening. Massive thank you to Matt the Ref for the 3 gifted subs to the community, and thank you very much as well to Party of Me for the 9-month Tier 2 resubscription as well. Sorry, Party of Me, it didn't show up because I've just paused alerts for the game this evening, but I'm very, very grateful, and I will make sure that announces after the game. So, final face-off of the evening, and we've got 4 more players waiting in the wings who are undeafened already, so that we won't have the same problem as last time. Well, let's find out who is going to be playing in the second of tonight's heats. We've got Procyon, a 21-year-old math teacher from the USA. We've got Kira, the 23-year-old teaching assistant / musician / goblin from the UK. We've got Ash, the 33-year-old games programmer from the UK. And we've got Samster, the 23-year-old will write quiz questions for food from the Midlands. To all 4 of you, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Evening.
Lovely to have you here. Now, you've all been here before, you all know the drill. Let's just talk to you one at a time. Procyon, first of all. Statistics I'm showing up here, only 5 wrong and 24 right. That's a question accuracy rating of 82.76%. Very impressive, and yet only 12th in the league at the moment. What's your feelings coming into this game? Because you've won 1, and I think you have not won 1. Runner-up in 1, certainly. Runner-up, lost 1, and won 1. Is that? No, because you've only played 2. Lost 1 and then runner-up in 1. That was it. Can't read my own scoreboard. But a very good question rate, but not the points to back it up at the moment. How are you feeling coming into this face-off?
Well, the win that you're thinking of was in the qualifier, which was
That's what I'm thinking
position.
of. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes, it is completely irrelevant that I'm currently in the blue position again, and anyone who says that they expect me to win because I'm in the blue position again would be lying. That being said, I just ran here from the bathroom really, really quickly, and I'm a little out of breath, so I otherwise feel pretty good.
No worries. Well, I will let you. I'll let you get your breath there. But that is the standings for you at the moment. Procyon, the very best of luck and welcome to the game. Kira, hello.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm very well, and yourself?
I am 8 wines to the wind and ready to party.
I will take that as a positive. You
Yes.
are on an accuracy rating of 50%, 15 and 15. 15 right, 15 wrong so far. A single point on the scoreboard, just barely ahead of Ash by about 0.4 of a second. How are you feeling coming into this face-off?
You know, I'm just happy to be here, and if I continue to be 1 step ahead of Ash the Bash, then I think I'm winning. I'm not doing a great service to my gender as being the only female woman person in the league, but I think a positive mental attitude and beating Ash the Bash can get you a long way in life.
Well, fighting
I have a
talk
lot of respect for Ash the Bash, but I need something to get me through this round.
Well, fighting talk from Kira there, who set the store of remaining 1 step ahead of Ash the Bash. Good luck tonight, Kira. Welcome to the game, and let's go and have a chat with Ash now. Ash, welcome.
Someone has to take that 16th place, don't they?
Well, at the moment, you're currently occupying it, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Statistics, 33.3% accuracy, 16 wrong against 8 right. Although you've had some extra practice in the interim, in between your heats, of course.
Yeah, it's not helped though.
Maybe it has helped, maybe it hasn't helped, but...
my best performance was on that one random one that wasn't even part of the league, so...
Yeah, well, as we know, strange things can happen in this game, and you're in a slightly stronger position here in that you're on the red podium, you don't have to answer first. But the very best of luck to you this evening. And finally, Samster, good evening.
Hello.
71.43% accuracy rating. I think of all the players in the tournament, you have answered not quite the most. I think that's taken by quite some way by Ralph. But 55 correct and 22 wrong, which are some pretty good stats. In terms of fixtures, Samster, you have won. You came second in your first one, and then you won in your last heat, which was 2 weeks ago, battling against Brig in what I recall was quite a close final.
Extremely close, yeah. It came right down to the last second, I think it was.
It was Brig seems to do that at the moment.
Yeah.
But yes, all very, very close. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Anything you're particularly worried about coming into this face-off here?
I worry because I feel this game more than any I'll be seen as a strong favourite, and I don't like being the favourite. So I'm trying to just play it like any other game, just see how it goes.
You prefer to be the unlikely underdog. Well, as we keep saying, anything can and indeed often does happen in this game. So Samster, wish you the very best of luck, along with all 4 of our contestants this evening. You all know the drill. Only answer once. I can only accept your first answer, and etc. etc. The game can't stop unless I stop it for reasons of my own. Very best of luck to all of you, and chat, enjoy the game. I'm going to hide the chat now so that I can see my inspector in full screen view. Let's go to the face-off arena. I was going to look at the league beforehand, but I quite like the suspense of not knowing where we all are. Procyon, you are on the blue podium and therefore going to answer first. You've each got 60 seconds on your clock. The very best of luck to you all. And Procyon, your time starts. Now, Procyon, Harare is the capital of which country?
Zimbabwe.
Correct. Kira, which country hosted the Men's FIFA World Cup in 2010?
Africa?
It's South Africa. What was the Roman name for Britain north of the River Forth, equating to most of modern-day Scotland?
Albion?
No, it's Caledonia. The Welland Canal was built in Canada to bypass which major waterfall?
Us.
It's Niagara Falls. On a weather chart, an isotherm is a line that joins places of equal what?
Us.
It's temperature. The name of which small dwelling is given to a savoury pie whose main ingredient is minced beef?
Us.
It's cottage. What is the Latin name for the genus of plants commonly called baby's breath?
Us.
It's Gyphosophilia. The BBC series in which members of the public were advised to clear out their clutter was entitled The Life What?
Oh, I don't know. Well, it's been nice being here.
It's...
There were some brutal questions in there.
That was a rough string of questions. My heart goes out to you on that first one. I had to accept your first answer, which was Africa.
I did say South Africa.
I only heard Africa, I'm afraid.
That's fine. I did say South, but if you only heard South, if you heard only Africa, that's absolutely fine. I understand
No,
that.
it's not absolutely fine, but the problem is
I wasn't going to win. It's fine.
No, but it's not about that. It's about the tournament integrity. Let me just have a little think for a minute here, because if you did say that, the problem is I can only go by what I hear on the headset. And what I will do, I will pass this to the adjudicators to see if maybe I misheard it and pressed the wrong button. This is why I did pause, and I considered for half a second saying I need more. But because I heard Africa, I took that as your answer and marked it as wrong, even though you said South Africa, and that's the ruling I sort of went to on that. I mean, that was the first question of your run, so that could have made an interesting difference. But as I've said, I have to take the answer that I hear. I won't spend time on it now. I'll take the ruling as it is. But I will pass it to the adjudicators and see if they agree with me that what was heard was Africa. I'm deliberately not looking at the chat at this point because I don't want to see what everyone else seemed to think they heard in the chat. I'll look at it after the game because I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of it now. We'll get on with the game. But it might be that this is just something that everyone just needs to bear in mind for this game, unless we've got any adjudicators here. I don't see that we do.
I'm quite happy to step back from that. If Africa is what you heard, Africa is what you heard. I'm
getting a message. I'm just getting a message from Panda because if we can actually resolve this in the here and now, Panda's listening back to the replay and saying, give me some information here. Stand by, everybody. Won't be a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's not on you.
It's probably just like Mike Discord things.
Okay, so without David here to cast another vote on this, Panda seems to be suggesting that the replay heard sounded like there was a stutter, as in Africa, rather than South Africa. Based on that technically qualifies as a technical failure on the part of the contestant if the mic isn't working, and therefore I hear something different, which means by the rule book, it is that answer was correct. It was right for me not to condone that answer. So I'm really sorry, Kira, but I
don't apologise.
That is going to stand. What I would suggest at some point is maybe looking at the noise gate on your microphone, and I can have a chat with you about that to see if it's not picking you up soon enough on there. But for now, though, I'm afraid that is it, and you will be leaving us at the end of the first round. But we will see you for your next heat in a week or two's time, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you very much. Please be nice to your education and social workers during the next week, because it's going to be absolute chaos. Best of luck to all of my fellow contestants. They are exceedingly strong players, and it's going to be a very exciting evening. Stay safe, wear a mask, and be nice.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Kira. Take care. So, at the end of that, Procyon finishing by default with the least amount of time, and actually a tie between Ash and Samster. It should preserve the order, but actually I've not seen this happen before, so we will find out. Procyon, Ash, and Samster, you're through to round 2. Let's go there now. It has indeed preserved the order, so I'm happy about that. Well, Procyon is the only other player to actually face a question on that round, a question that you got correct. You're through, and not much has changed from the opening round.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed now, although I was an inch away from saying Zambia for some reason. But I caught myself, and
easy to mix up. Zambia, Zimbabwe. Ash and Samster, I will speak to you jointly. I'll come to Ash first, because you're in that order. Neither having to face a question there. How are you feeling about that?
I was rather tense, because I was like, when's my turn coming around? When's my turn coming around? It didn't. I think whatever happens, regardless of any ruling, we just need to get Kira in and do this again, even as just an informal exhibition match, because
I think that would be fair.
I think that would be fine to do, just to do that.
I mean, just on the ruling of the question, that it has to be said that the rest of the questions were incorrect. But of course, what difference getting that first question right could have made, we won't know, because as you pointed out, they were a difficult run of questions there, including an answer I couldn't even say. Samster, again, not had much to do yet so far. No. So are you feeling not particularly warmed up?
Not really. I'm not going to harp on it again. It does feel unfortunate that, but we've got to play on, and just hopefully I get a bit easier questions than Kira just did, because they were rough.
They were
really bad.
Very, very tricky questions there. A run of difficult ones. Again, just to re-stress the point, this is the reason that I made the rule book written down and made everything as firm and robust as could be possible. I mean, you can't account for everything in these games, but under the law of the game, so to speak, it technically qualifies as a technical failure on the part of the contestant, which meant I haven't heard the answer in full. For now, though, I would encourage you to put it from your minds, because we go on to round 2. You've got 90 seconds of time each as we go into this round. Once again, Procyon, you're going to be starting us off. The very best of luck to all three of you. And Procyon, your time starts. Now, Procyon, what T is the thick, moulded part of a vehicle tyre that grips... Correct. Ash, which Carry On film featured the characters Mark Antony and Hengist Pod?
Carry On Up the Nile?
No, it's Carry On Clio. Arnos Vale Stadium, Kensington Oval and Brian Lara Stadium are home cricket venues for which test team?
England.
No, it's the West Indies. What T is an American word for a tornado?
Twister.
Correct. Samster, what U means paid in advance regarding money and open and honest when referring to someone's manner?
Pass.
It's up front. Hattie McDaniel was the first African-American actress to win an Academy Award for her role in which 1930...
Gone with the Wind.
Correct. Procyon, which sport is played professionally by the Chicago White Sox and the... Correct. Ash, in horse racing, tic-tac, slang, what odds are known as double carpet?
Pass.
33 to 1. To which international organisation does the International Court of Justice belong?
Interpol?
No, it's the United Nations. The siege of Sebastopol took place during which war in the 19th century?
No, pass.
It's the Crimean. What is the past tense of the verb can when it means to be able? Could. Correct. Samster, Vietnam has land borders with Laos, Cambodia, and which other country? Correct. Procyon, in a nursery rhyme, which toe represents the little pig who went wee 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 all the way home? One more time.
4.
No, it's fifth, or little toe. Which German city was divided into 4 sectors
Berlin.
after... Correct. Ash, which London bridge links Aldwych to the South Bank Centre and takes its name from a famous battle?
Pass.
It's Waterloo. Asuncion is the capital of which country?
Pass.
It's Paraguay. Who had a hit single in 1983 with Down Under?
Pass.
Men at Work.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm going to give you a load of time back there because I must have disconnected from the screen and moved over to the other one because my Stream Deck just stopped working. Ask question is still going to be on you. I haven't got an exact readout of the time. By my
Panda in chat
estimate,
is saying they're going to check for a timestamp.
thank you very much. I'll just give Panda a second. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Ben, can you give me a moment?
Yes. Do you want to mute for a sec?
Yes.
We'll just wait for a timestamp here from Panda, and Ash will give... It was the wrong answer. The answer was Men at Work. Ash's clock should be reset to 25.37. So let's go 25.37. Force timer update. There you go. So Ash's question will still be on you. Procyon, are you good to continue?
Yes, sorry, there was some water that went down the wrong way.
Not to worry. Ash, you've got 25.37 seconds left, and your time continues. Now, Canada's Banff National Park is located in which mountain range?
Rockies.
Correct. Samsa, in the animal kingdom, at least how many arms has a common starfish?
5.
Correct. Procyon, what is the full name of the Swedish astronomer who invented the Celsius temperature scale?
What's his first name? Anders Celsius.
Correct. Ash, what did Dr. Samuel Johnson publish in 1755? An English translation of the Bible or an English dictionary?
Translation of the Bible.
No, it was an English dictionary. Who had a hit single in 1979 with Another Brick in the Wall Part 2?
Pass, can't think of it.
Pink Floyd. In 1984, Sir Bobby Charlton was made a director of which football club?
Manchester United.
Correct. Samso, in medicine, what is the alternative name for tetanus?
Lockjaw.
Correct. Procyon, who was the English monarch for 9 days in July 1553?
I know this. Jane Dudley.
No, it's Lady Jane Grey. Which 2020 game in the Animal Crossing series sold over 30 million copies in its first year?
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Correct. Ash.
Japan.
It was Sweden.
It's another country.
It's another country. So, yeah, the theatre. I'm now worried, actually, that I've given out the answer, and that question might not have been flagged as used because it didn't come up on the screen. So that could make an interesting start to the next one. Because I've told you the answer is Sweden, I might take an immediate emergency stop at the start of the next game if the same question comes up. So Samster, just bear that in mind because you're going to be starting the game. And if that happens, I will then reset your clock back to 120. Oh, Ash, couple there that were...
I'm kicking myself on Pink Floyd, just couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, it's one of the... When it sort of... when you get the pressure
It's
on the moment.
iconic, it's absolutely iconic.
And the... yeah, a couple there sort of tripping up the Dr. Johnson and his English dictionary as well.
Yeah.
But hey, them's the breaks. But you leave with another point to add to the leaderboard. But unfortunately, it is the end of this heat for you. But we will see you in your next heat, which is either next week or the week after. Heat number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we look forward to seeing you there. But for now, thank you very much for joining us.
All right, have a good night.
So, Samster and Procyon going into the final face-off here. Samster's going to be starting because... no, I beg your pardon. Procyon is going to be starting because Procyon had the least amount of time on their clock. Samster is going to be going second, so the order is going to remain unchanged. As I said, though, Procyon, if the first question comes up as the same as this one, because I've given away the answer because it was a very short question, it may replay the same question. We'll find out. Let's go to round 3 now. So, Procyon, taking a little bit of time over some of those answers there. Probably cost you the advantage going into this game. How are you feeling facing up against Samster?
Well, looking at the bracket, I told myself before I needed to get at least 2 points.
Well, you've done that.
Yep, I've done that. I was pretty sure that Jane Dudley is like the previous or married name of Jane Grey. I'm not sure how much that matters in terms of it doesn't matter for the time, but like the time remaining, I don't know. Whatever.
She's commonly known as Lady Jane Grey, and as someone who studied the Tudors in school, that's not something I would have known, and it's not something that would be recognisable as common parlance in the conversation for the 9 Days Queen, who is colloquially and better known as Lady Jane Grey. The fact that you know she's Jane Dudley suggests you should probably have known it was Lady Jane Grey as well, because that is how she is known. But neither here nor there. Samsa, you are in another final. How are you feeling?
Good, yeah. I think I'm pretty locked on for the semi-final now, so I can take a breath. But I'd like to in one of the top 2 positions, so I'm definitely still going to play to win.
Absolutely, absolutely right. Well, 120 seconds each on your clock. You're both guaranteed 2 points, but one of you will get 4. The winner of this face-off. Just a reminder, Procyon, if the question comes up and the question is the theatre dramatist August Strindberg was born in which modern-day Scandinavian country? If that is the first question, I will do an immediate emergency stop, give you all your time back, and we will continue the game from there. Very best of luck to both of you. Procyon, you're answering first, and your time starts. Now, Procyon, a Yorkshire pudding is traditionally served with which roast meat?
Beef.
Correct. Samster, what L is a 4-letter word meaning fortune or chance?
Luck.
Correct. Procyon, of which British political party was Prime Minister Andrew Bonar Law leader?
Conservative?
Correct. Samster, do boa snakes kill their prey using constriction or venom? Correct. Procyon, in which European country does the city of Magdeburg stand on the banks of the River Elbe?
Germany.
Correct. Samster, the 1953 film Genevieve featured a car run between London and which city? No, it's Brighton. Which word can mean a movement in weightlifting, a sudden pull or tug, and a useless person? Correct. Procyon, which country is the setting for the Brian Friel play Dancing at Lugnasa?
Ireland.
Correct. Samster, which expression of delight at the deliciousness of food is also the name of a character in The Mikado?
Yum yum.
Correct. Procyon, which TV sitcom first broadcast in 1979 starred Penelope Keith and Peter Bowles?
Pass.
To the Manor Born. In the 1970s TV sitcom Fawlty Towers, what was Manuel's nationality?
Spain.
One more time?
Spain.
I'll accept. Spanish.
Spain.
Samster, the volcanic island of Surtsey emerged from the sea in 1963 off the southern coast of which North Atlantic country?
America, USA.
No, it's Iceland. Is the oldest tree in Britain an oak, a yew, or a beech tree?
Oak.
No, it's a yew. In Christian theology, the idea that everyone is born into a state of wickedness is called original what? Correct. Procyon, twin tub and front loader are both types of which white goods appliance?
Washing machine.
Correct. Samster, complete the title of this 1955 Hitchcock movie starring Cary Grant and Grace Kelly. To catch a what?
Killer.
No, it's thief. Which British film classification indicates that a film is suitable for all?
You.
Correct. Procyon, which 34-letter word comprises a song title in the 1964 musical Mary Poppins? Correct. Samster, which Ford car assembly plant that was founded in the 1930s in Dagenham? Who is younger, Kirsty Young or Toby Young?
Kirsty Young.
Correct. Procyon, Betsy Trotwood, Daniel Peggotty, and Wilkins Micawber are characters in which Charles Dickens novel?
David Copperfield.
Correct. Samster, who was a US vice president under Donald Trump between 2017
Joe Biden.
No, it's Mike Pence. In 1989, which Liverpool comedian was tried and later acquitted on charges of tax evasion?
Candard.
Correct. Procyon, which SI unit of pressure is defined as 1 Newton per square metre?
Pascal.
Correct. Samster, is a beagle a hunting dog or a toy dog?
Hunting.
Correct. Procyon, the English headquarters of which sport is located at a large stadium in the West London suburb of Twickenham?
Pass.
Rugby Union. The BBC One omnibus edition of EastEnders is usually broadcast on which day of the week?
Friday.
No, it's Sunday. In a standard English language game of Scrabble, the letter G is worth how many points?
It's 2.
Correct. Samster, the plateau known as the Great Karoo is in the south of which continent?
Australia.
No, it's Africa. Hello Darkness, My Old Friend is the opening lyric from which 1966 Simon and Garfunkel's song?
Bridge Over Troubled Water.
No, it's The Sound of Silence. The Colbys was a spin-off of which 1980s US soap opera?
Family Matters.
No, it's Dynasty. The hit song by Seal that featured in the film Batman
It's
Forever
from
was
Rose.
called... Correct. Procyon, in popular speech, a smug or self-righteous person is called a goody
Choose.
two. Correct. Samster, which TV presenter released an autobiography in 2001 entitled Bananas Can't Fly? It's Des O'Connor. What A is a divine spirit whose name is derived from the Greek word meaning messenger?
Aphrodite. Angel.
I have to accept your first answer, it's Angel. Which word follows Brittany and asparagus to make the name of the... Correct. Procyon, who founded the Kingdom of Scotland, Kenneth I or James I?
Kenneth.
Correct. Samster, which actress played Elsie Tanner in Coronation Street between 1960 and 1984? Pat Phoenix was the answer. Oh, and another very, very close face-off comes to an end there. Samster pressing the advantage at the beginning, but just slipping into a little bit of a spiral in the middle there, and Procyon able to capitalise on that and finish up 9.38 seconds left. Samster, you leave us with 2 points, though, as you said, probably comfortably through to the semi-final at this point, but a shame to miss out on the top spot. But still, 2 more heats to go, and how are you feeling?
I'm a bit gutted, to be honest. There's a couple I should have got in there, and Angel, I should have got that one, but you know,
yeah, it's just one of those.
Well.
It was one of those ones. The Aphrodite came out, and you did change before you completed it, but
yeah,
you had given me the majority of the words, so
I understand that.
Made the ruling.
I should have got a couple more in there, but it is what it is. Pressure got to me, I guess.
Maybe the pressure, but like I say, 2 points going onto the leaderboard, and we'll see where that puts you in a minute. But for now, it is goodbye, and we'll see you in your next heat.
Goodbye. Thank you.
That means, Procyon, you are the champion of this face-off. So, that's the first one I think you've won since your qualifier. So you've done a second, a first, and a fourth. So next one, if you come third, that would be the quadrumvirate of it. How are you feeling?
I still maintain that whoever says that my habit of winning from the blue position is a trend is still lying, but it is a coincidence that it's happened both times.
Indeed so. Well, let's see what it's done to the leaderboard, because I'm quite curious to see what this is going to look like. And there it is. Samster moving up to 4th place, having played 3 now with 8 points, 12, 10, 9, 8, 8, 7, 6, 6. Procyon, you have moved up to 7th place with 6 points, tying with Peter, but just eking out the difference with time, just ahead of Peter there. And that is where we are. We are now past the midpoint. Every player has got 2 heats remaining, and as it stands at the moment, Toot and Ralph are going to be fast-tracked into the final. And then there will be 2 semi-finals. As it stands at the moment, they'll be between Keshi, Inca, Procyon, and Clive. Ape, and then Ape, Peter, Brig, and Samster, I think, is how the structure is. But the structure's in the pin message in the fixtures. So, yeah, Procyon currently in 7th place. Happy with that?
Sure.
So, I'll take it. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Well, it remains to be seen how you're going to perform in your remaining 2 heats, but for now, victory is yours, and we will see you in your next heat either next week or the week after.
I'm in the final match with Inca, Brig, and someone else who's incredibly strong, and I think it's going to be a banger of a match. Winning this gives me the points. I feel like I'm probably going to make it. I feel certainly a lot more relaxed.
Good to hear. Well, thank you for joining us, Procyon, and we will see you next time.
Cheers.
So, that's the leaderboard as it stands. I will consult with the adjudicators to see if any edits need to be made in light of various things that happened this evening. It's certainly not been a completely smooth run of face-off this evening with various things cracking off, but hopefully it's been enjoyable all the same. Jay White, I'm going to add Jay White's questions into the mix next week, which means I will once again be reshuffling the seed. A massive thank you to Panda, who goes through and proofs all of these in advance, and I'm glad that the emergency stops that we've had to have tonight have not been caused by problems in the question database. So huge thanks to Panda and to all the additional question writers, and to David, of course, for providing the base of 10,000. That's it from stream for me for this evening. 10:30, a relatively early finish for a Saturday, but thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you've had a good time. Tipster is going to be here tomorrow with the Pinnacle Ladder at 7 PM. Do go join him for that. I'm going to be back on Tuesday along with Ash for Wheel and Deal, Wheel of Fortune and Deal or No Deal. And then Ash is here on Wednesday with possibly Million Duke Drop. There's a watch along in the general voice chat of either the wall or the bank balance according to audience vote. So do pop your way over to the server if you'd like to go take part in that. And if you want to go and give Ash a follow as well, if you don't already, do go check him out on Wednesday for Million Duke Drop. And of course, for Outright next Friday. Next Saturday, I'm back apparently with The Purge. I'm going to have a look and see. I might make a change to that, but we haven't played The Purge for a little while, so Purge could be good. And of course, more Face Off. The week after is going to be the AMA with me and Mrs. Flush. So get some questions ready for what you'd like to ask us. Probably going to end up being a little bit of a later stream as well. That is it though from me for tonight. Until next time, be absolutely splendid to each other, look after each other, be safe, and all the rest of it. I've been Royal Flush. It's been a pleasure talking to you all tonight. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you again to all of our question writers tonight, particularly to Oni for writing the Bidding War question pack. Have a really good rest of the weekend, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Take care, peace out, and good night.